Right, everybody. Oh, almost ready because I forgot to tweet it out. But yeah, I'll just simultaneously bring us in and tweet it out at the same time. So welcome back to another episode of the Hypecast. We are 305 for the Hypecast, episode 305, which is kind of crazy of itself. But hope everyone's been hanging in there. This now later half of January, right? We're well over halfway, I guess, and we're about to have the new president and all that stuff, and not too long ago we had California on fire, but I think thankfully maybe it's starting to wane down a little bit. I mean, because I haven't heard any other updates, so it looks like it's subsiding slowly, but it's gonna take a long time to fix if it ever will get fixed. Because I even heard like there was another fire back in 2018 in Malibu, and that hasn't even been taken care of in terms of like what houses got damaged / burned down or whatever. So even that kind of tells me it's going to take a long time to get all that done, because if those houses have not been fixed, then yeah, it's going to take quite a bit. So yeah, anyway, how has been everything for you, Zawa? While I'm
Money went away.
Yes, it did.
Thanks to this damn collaboration.
Oh, did you get Miku as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I could not help.
I mean, it's a thing with like this dumb collaboration. Oh, for those that are audio listeners, I am pointing at tonight's background for me is Fortnite's collaboration of Godzilla and Miku.
Yes. Yes.
What a time to see these two icons be in the same game and shooting people.
Right. When you say it like that, yeah. Right. What the hell? That's weird. Yeah, so I'm making like Godzilla wear shoes. You got the kicks, I mean, why not? It's Fortnite at this point. I have yet to get to play as Godzilla in Fortnite, as same with Zawa. It is quite difficult. Michi out of the group got to be Godzilla, but that was the only once. It only happened once. And even if he did appear, it's always like not with us. Like it's funny because we kept landing in a seaport because it's like closest to the middle, and it has two portals, right? So that means it's like even more of a chance for seaport, which is why more and more people are catching on. They're going there to land there. But then the one time we went to pumping plant or whatever it's called,
or somewhere else,
whatever, right? Of course, the one time we go to somewhere else, it finally appeared in Seaport. I'm just like, oh my fucking god. And of course Seaport is hot, and so yeah, of course we couldn't make it. But to be that aside, he does look really cool, looking down and up, right? We gotta shoot the spikes, right? Gotta shoot the spines, and you get the little pickups from Godzilla, and then they'll like regenerate your shield over time. So that's cool.
It's a little something.
A little something.
It's just more. Well, to me, when I first did it to kill Godzilla, it was like, wow, everyone. It's like we're all focusing on Godzilla. It'll be a shame if you're eliminated while you're distracted.
Right. Of course. There are some people that are like that. They're trying to take advantage of the distraction, but we actually won quite a couple of games. So yeah, that aside, so can't complain about that too much. We were talking about it earlier. I wish they somehow threw in the music like its theme, right? It would have been so cool. That would have been like the cherry on top of the sundae, but Toho. So I think that's all we can say. Them being stingy old men from the fighting up the dinosaur age, I guess you could say. Of course, though, we right before that we had Hatsune Miku, and I also participated in buying the Hatsune Miku bundle and all that stuff because I couldn't help it, man. This Hatsune Miku, having her and Godzilla in the same space, it's like, only a few places, right? Because Fortnite, but also there was an anime that had I forgot what it's called. It basically featured trains, like the bullet trains as like mecha, and then I forgot what it was called. Damn it! But it's something with something cross or something. I don't know. They, in Japan they love those ridiculous titles. But anyway,
they love their long ass title.
like long or like really ridiculous, over the top, cool titles with like X or something sometimes. Anyway, so that also had Hatsune Miku and Godzilla. On top of that, we even had Neon Evangelion, right? And on top of bullet trains, that's like also a Japanese thing, right? So you have like basically a melting pot of Japanese things into this one anime. So it's like, and bullet trains turn into mecha, right? Another thing. So man, it was quite the anime. I mean, I have never seen it in full, but I've seen clips of it. I'm sure if you see it, you may recognize it just from the clip. I don't know. But anyways, that was the only other instance of Godzilla and Hatsune Miku being in the same space. But now in Fortnite, you can do that anytime you want, pretty much. You know, that's kind of the nature of Fortnite right now. They've been riding high on those collabs, and then
Collab or they using the Fortnite money to bring in like IPs that you never thought will see the
yes,
light of day in the
mm-hmm,
West.
yeah. At this point, we can definitely say it's like what's not in Fortnite. I think we definitely are in that point. Like,
If you go by anime standards, we don't have One Piece yet.
yeah, yeah, that's
We did have Transformers, but
yeah,
that was like so many seasons ago.
yes, I do remember. Um,
What would fit?
what would
I
fit?
mean
I mean,
that well again that word fit like doesn't even matter at this point. Look at we have Hatsune Miku.
we have Godzilla. I mean, come on, man. Like, come on. As a playable skin or whatever you call it, as a skin in
Well,
Fortnite.
some people are saying a better playable skin than whatever Call of Duty had, with their collab before.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I mean, yeah, it is themed around Godzilla and Kong, but still, yeah, it's not Godzilla themselves. There are the skins. You're right. I do remember that. But
But yeah,
yeah.
they should put in Sonic or at least Shadow.
Right. Yeah. That would be pretty funny. I mean, they could do something like at least maybe like uh how people do those like human versions of Sonic and Shadow or something? Like a lot of
Oh yeah,
fans. Yeah. It's called Gijinka, I believe it's called. Um but yeah, but basically human humanize the versions of the Anthro characters. If it I guess if it calls for it, but I mean the best they could do is just the music, the backpacks, the sprays, of course,
Yeah.
the cars, right? The wraps, obviously. Those are like easy things you could do to get, if you want Sonic and they're that bad, I guess. Or you just have like, oh, you could have Fortnite John wearing I don't know, Sonic themed merchandise or something. I don't know. That could be like the cheap way to do it.
Yeah.
That's all they could do, really. I mean, unless they do the memes, then sure, but it'll be very hard to watch. Will people buy it? Yes. Will they make money? Sure, but I'm not sure if that's a good way to represent Sega. I don't know if Sega is comfortable doing or having that happen, you know, in a game like Fortnite because you know how big it is at this point.
Yeah,
Um,
at this point, if Sega wanted to really jump in, they'll probably be like, okay, just gonna throw it out there if it ever comes to be. Like a dragon.
yeah,
Here's Majima.
yeah, that's like pretty easy. Well, easy
Yeah.
quote unquote, just because yeah, Majima, yeah, like his, I don't think he's above using guns. Kiryu has used a gun, so whatever. If Kiryu isn't above using guns, then Majima shouldn't be, right? I mean, there's literally a move where Kiryu just straight up shoots someone like in the kneecaps or something. I forget how exactly it went, but he literally just shoots people like in the one of the heat moves or whatever you call it. Especially
Bang! It's like, oh, what the
yeah,
fuck?
especially in six and the two Yakuza 2 remake or whatever it's called, Kiwami. I think that's what happened. But yeah, in any case, I would say what will be a kind of a wild pick would be something like Digimon, right? And then you have like the human, you have like War Greymon or something as a skin, and then you have okay, Metal Garurumon as the glider. So that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be a pretty solid execution. And then you could throw in like Anjumon or Anjumon as other skins and whatever, right? Yeah, and then
Hey, look! Something
yeah,
in your head. A gun!
a gun. Yeah, right. Um,
I mean, again, it wouldn't be above like with Digimon because it's like, wow, look at this small, cute little creature. Digivolves. Why the fuck do you have a gun all of a
yeah,
sudden?
yeah. Digimon has a fair share of like guns, right? But it's not
Yeah.
like they're holding a gun, so to say. It's like mounted on their bodies. Especially with like Machine Dramon.
Unless,
Yeah.
yeah, there's Machine Dramon, then there's a Beelzebubmon.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's also a skin. That's definitely should be a skin as well. Beelzebub and then uh I mean I was gonna say Tankmon, but yeah, that's kind of like the same sort of archetype with Machine Dramon. It's like just mounted on their bodies.
Yeah,
Um,
and, I mean, there's also what's his name? Gargomon, the
mm-hmm.
little machine gun for hands,
Mm-hmm. Right.
the little bunny.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah, yeah. Literally has like
which,
cylinders, like the revolver cylinders for
yeah,
cans, pretty much.
which again is the most random as like the Digivolution line.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, this cute, yeah, the rabbit. All right, cool, big ears, whatever, and then Digivolves. All right, I'm a rabbit with guns.
I know he's like he's not playing games, boys. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's like a Gatomon,
Yeah.
her Digivolution. It's like animal. Okay, so her ultimate, form is going to be an animal too. Anjumon, cat, woman.
Yeah, woman.
How?
What's even stranger is the little like the baby one is a cat, but the second one, the rookie one, is a dog, and then the champion one is a cat again, and then the ultimate is a fucking woman, and then the mega one, of course. I mean, mega is kind of like
Uh,
at that
yeah,
point, yeah. It's like what, the pink dragon, right? So
yeah.
at that point, it's like, all right, I get it for when it comes to mega evolutions, but when it comes to like the rest, it's like sometimes it's pretty fucking random. I think that's pretty funny. But anyway, so let's get on with the usual stuff what we talk about. Fortnite talk out of the
Mhm.
way, right? Because it's Godzilla. We can't help it, you know. And since on that topic, gotta throw that in there. Oh my god, if it was -1 Goji, oh my god, I also would have been insta buy, instant buy, roar and everything. Oh, that's also what they're missing too with the emote, man. There's no emote to just like straight up roar as Godzilla.
Roar. Well, I mean, on a technicality, it's his little
Oh, the
city stop,
city, you're right, yes, but
but you have to wait like a fucking full like 8 seconds for
mm-hmm,
him for anyone to roar, and I'm like, oh my god.
yeah,
But it's also nice with that emote. If you do it on Kong, Kong does his roar, and if you
mm-hmm,
do Mecha Godzilla
it's
with
his
that
roar,
emote,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's nice. That's a nice little touch. But you can't just like be like, rah, it's just you have to go like
Meow.
meow, yeah. you have to like wait, yeah, like you were saying, like boom, boom, and then helicopter boom, and then he does the roar. Whatever.
It'd be so funny. -1 Godzilla is a skin here, and then for a human skin, they put Nariko, and I'm like, oh, I can see a lot of people recreating a special moment in that movie.
Mm.
Hey, girl, stand right here. Why? You're gonna be flying that way.
Damn. It'd be really funny if it was Millie Bobby Brown's character for some reason from specifically Godzilla. It's like, why? Not 11, right? L, right?
I mean,
Godzilla.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing with the legendaries Godzilla films. The only like human characters we gave a shit about
Oh yeah, it's Sarazawa.
was just Serizawa and his assistant. That's it.
Yeah. And then maybe the doctor who pulled out Kong's tooth, the infected tooth, but that's about it.
I forget his name. Yeah, he was good. Like he was funny.
He was like
I
a
didn't.
good all-around character, I think, but other than that, yeah.
I didn't care for what's his name? The conspiracy
The
theorist guy.
the conspiracy podcast guy, yeah. I didn't really
Like
think.
the actor's good. It's just that I don't know why they wrote him like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because again, the actor was I believe Megatron for the
Oh
recent
yeah, you're right. You're
Transformers
right.
one.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, wow, you have range. You are good.
Yeah.
The fuck is this? It's like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Very, very just shoehorned in, I felt like. It's just like he could have been there, could have not been there, and the movie would play just fine. Right? The story would have just played the same, I think. But in any case, Godzilla, can't help it, right? Let's go on to other things
Big
because
old Daddy G.
yeah, Big Daddy G is what we've tried to celebrate quite a bit here on the podcast, the Hypecast. But there are also other things to celebrate, which is fighting games. So let's go right into fighting games.
This battle is about to explode.
Starting with Street Fighter
Oh, yeah.
6. Mm-hmm.
I don't have my quarter. I cannot quarter up. So.
Well, you're gonna have quarters up somehow or some way because well, we'll talk about evil in a bit. But Street Fighter 6 did definitely had Mai in a trailer. So
the me.
yeah, the the Kunoichi herself is looking pretty good. But let's play out the video. Interesting that they showed this costume first.
Yeah.
And then they showed the iconic one, the default costume, I think.
I mean, they did. It's to me, it's good they show her like her. I guess now.
Yeah, her modern costume. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. And it's also a good call on Capcom side to show these two fine ladies fighting again.
Yes, yes. They know what they're doing. They definitely know what's up. So obviously she has pretty much all her moves, and then with exceptions of modifications, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if the fan always bounce like that in other games. Like I know in like 15,
No,
I don't think it does, but I think in like certain games,
the fans would just like either slap and then drop.
Yeah.
Or then it would be like, or stuff.
yeah. But in this one, they really are capitalizing off the fan bouncing, and now it's a part of her kit. And she says the thing, Nippoichi.
Me pointy.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like, really playing off of the bouncing fans. And of course, the fire. Yeah, look at that.
Also, as Max said, that these combos they're doing are like basic combos, so anyone could be able to pull it off. And then I noticed, which I'm kind of like curious, her main throwing hand is her left hand. So is Mai left-handed?
I guess so. I mean, she could be ambidextrous.
Yeah.
For the sake of the convenience.
I love that face of Ryu, like.
Yeah, but yeah, and
like,
then this shot right here. God damn!
Look, kids, they already have a sensor bar. It's like it's in the darkness.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
And
but
I saw someone on Twitter going like, "Wow, Capcom's reaching really deep to make us a girl character too overly sexy." I'm like, "Do you? That's what she is."
Yeah.
What a Koinichi is, they are supposed to kind of like be a distraction.
Yeah. At least in like some tales, anyway. They could be fully dressed as a ninja, or you know, they can play it up as like a sexy whatever because, well, they got the charm, right? Like you know, they use what they have, right? So.
Yep. Well, it's also depending on where you get your like your history for konoichis or ninjas in general of how they help.
Yes.
You know, the battles and stuff.
Yeah.
Female ninjas, which are again konoichis, they, as Hawk said, they have to distract people to get information or make their opponent kind of like have that temporary like, oh, whoa, what you doing, girl?
Yeah, or yeah, it's they're basically there for information. They extract information from, I don't know, the governor slash shogun or their opposing leader, right? And then they feed that back to their group, right? That's how war works, right? Back in the day, especially in Japan. So they did.
Funny, like Konoichi's like trying to do her charm on me. She's like, "Can you give me some information, honey? You're barking up the wrong tree. Go that way."
Right.
Go that way.
Yeah, you never know, man. That governor, the target could be gay or something. I don't know. Those charms don't work on everybody, you know.
That would be more worse. It's like, why is this guy not, being charmed. He's blind.
He's blind.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
like,
shit.
he's
Yeah.
blind. Oh shit.
Right.
So
Right.
sorry.
What did you think of her level 3 or CA?
It's very cinematic, and
Right.
I do love like that the blood spray because it reminds me, like those old Japanese movies where.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, I just want to see now the facial expression throughout every character. Like, what are your faces?
Yeah. Yeah. It does have that like that Japanese like classic samurai thing with the blood splat and everything.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what they're trying to go for. It's definitely more
yeah,
like a samurai showdown
yeah.
touch to it, which some people may not like because KOF, samurai showdown, they want to be separate things. But I don't know. I think it's
I do
cool.
wish it had the like in the little background, like here. I mean, I love the atmosphere, but this is me. Maybe throw in the paper doors.
Oh, the door. Yeah, the
The back.
sliding doors. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If they're gonna go full like that route, then yeah,
Like
that
full like aesthetics, to
yeah.
just like say hey. But
Mm-hmm.
again, that may be a little too much on the nose.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean
Or
everything
because
else looks cool.
in her level 3 there's a fire whirlwind. It should have like shown that the whirlwind was also like dying down. Like you still see it, but it
Mm,
wasn't as intense.
yeah. Um.
See how it went too fast
Yeah,
on
yeah,
like
yeah.
this
You want it a little more gradual. I get it. Okay.
gradual, and then when she does like close her fan, that's when it disappears.
Yeah. Yes. But
In
God.
my hit canon, when she's doing that, she slips and then she's like, "Oh wait!"
She
Like
recovers.
that.
Like,
You're just
yes.
like, hold it, shit. I did that on purpose,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she was trying to catch the fan, and she's like, "Oh
Mm-hmm.
fuck!"
Yeah, and they definitely improved her face. I mean, obviously, like,
Yeah,
yeah, her face is definitely
they had
like
time to
mhm,
fix it.
fix it, or that was just the old like an old ass model they used it for the first
Yeah,
part of the trailer, and then obviously this is the latest model. That kind of what happens in trailers and game development, right? They always, gotta rush it out, show this
check it out. Yeah,
model, and then of course the last trailer or whatever, that's like the latest and greatest version of whatever character. Happens all the time, especially in fighting games. So it is what it is. Because that's why I always hold off on comments for the face, right, or looks
yeah. On the initial reveal, because
on
it's
the
like
yes.
and you just have everyone going like, "Wow, she looks fucking ugly." Blah blah. Blah. It's like,
Hmm.
calm down.
I mean, I will have
This is just
I will have an initial opinion, but I'll be like, yeah, I'm sure it'll hopefully fix or improve or whatever.
yeah.
Indeed. Hmm.
It's like they just throwing this out for now to kind of just,
Yeah,
pique our interest.
pique our interest
I
and
mean, it's
stuff
the
like
same
that.
thing. Same thing with like movie trailers.
Yes.
The first and second trailers are not the finals.
Yeah, of course. And then they change it up by the time, of course, the movie is finalized or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, she looks good. Her face looks very good. She looks very Japanese, right? Looks like a Japanese woman in a Street Fighter Fighter 6 kind of setting. Whereas, Chun-Li looks a little more like Chinese, right? She looks more like a Chinese woman, so that's great. It's very fitting. So I'm glad that they're kind of like keeping that. They're trying to keeping that consistent throughout their designs, and I think of course, she translates well into Street Fighter. I think overall,
Mhm.
aesthetically and gameplay wise, you know. And then yes, they went out their way to make the modern costume a thing, and her, of course, her default classic costume, which I think looks good in both regards. You know. Anything else you wanted to throw in for my?
It's more of like Street Fighter 6. I wish they kind of went the extra mile for like certain character interactions. Like with Ken and Terry. Terry will throw, or Ken will throw Terry's hat and catch Terry.
Something
Terry
like, yeah,
catches
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, for Mai Chun Li, maybe they have a little like a little playful spat against each other.
Yeah.
Like Mai will be like, "How many rounds has it been? Since we last fought?"
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, she looks well animated. What else there needs to be said at this point? Oh yeah, it has an air throw or air grab. Pretty cool. I mean, of the two SNK fighters, I think she will be the higher tiered character placed over Terry. I think she definitely has more of a chance in tournaments.
Because isn't Terry kind of like very execution heavy?
Well, I don't know about that, but I think he just doesn't give enough for what he has over
Like
some characters. Like,
like a basic like maybe 1, 2, 3
hmm
string is like a little bit not uh rewarding versus like
yeah,
someone else's. Okay, I get it.
right. And I think some of his buttons don't quite perform well in tournaments when you already have such other characters. It's like I think that's what's going on with Terry. Maybe they'll buff him or something at later points, but for right now, I think he just doesn't do enough for what
Yeah,
the kit he has. Is the basic gist of it. But with Mai already, she has the bouncing fans. She can do
yeah.
a bunch of
Which is
block
a
strings.
overhead
Yeah, overhead
if you
thing.
didn't
Like she already
EX
has some
like
things going. It
yeah.
looks like with block strings and whatever, right? Combo conversions and stuff like that.
Yep.
Um, so I see her more higher on the tier list over Terry, but I don't know if she is going to be top tier for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what's wild right
Should
now? Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
be
Yeah.
played like a lot more than Terry
Yeah,
because
for sure. For over.
it's
Yeah.
fine. And I think her combo strings are going to be a little bit easier on your fingers.
Probably. Yeah.
So
Maybe that's the thing
just a
too.
tad.
Yeah. Maybe the accessibility and her what she can do. It's like that's going to be a double win for her. So that's
Yeah.
um like more likely going to have her viable in tournaments as such. Um, I was gonna say, you know what's wild right now is that Geef is actually considered like right into S tier. I don't know about like top tier, but like right around like you know within the S tier bounds.
Yeah.
So pretty
I
wild,
mean,
especially yeah.
like with
hmm
Geef, I wouldn't say he's a sleeper, like, but like like wow, how is he? Where was he all my life? Why can't I be? It's like because you kind of have to put patience into Geef. You cannot
Oh, for
really just
sure.
go
Playing grapplers,
fucking
yeah. hmm
gun ho. It's like no, you really have to wait for someone to mess up and then you
hmm
capitalize. Like ah, you little
Yeah.
child.
That's why players like Snake Eyes and Itazan are very impressive whenever the ball is rolling, you know. Um yeah, it definitely is very difficult to be a grappler player in
Grappler.
such a field, right? But players like MinRD are maining Geef right now, right? I think he dropped Blanca or pocketed Blanca because I haven't really seen him using Blanca all that much. I could be wrong. But yeah, no, I've seen Geef and Menardi quite a bit as of well, whenever I do see fighting game clips, that's the case, at least on my end
And which
anyway.
is also sad, like I love Manon, but her accessibility for some character matchups are so bad that it's like,
Yes. Yeah.
it's like you're fun when it happens, but getting to it is like, fuck.
Yes. Yeah. There's quite the struggle in certain matchups. So, and happens. So like a lot of those characters are, of course, on the high tier side of things. Unfortunately. So yeah.
Like if I could put for those who never played Street Fighter 6 yet and maybe want to try Malan, I'm gonna say this because I did the whole like ladder struggle.
Hmm.
She's she's good between um, low rank up to I want to say mid whatever equivalent is to silver.
Oh, okay,
That
okay.
that little and it's not a big gap. That little gap is where Manon like survives
Yeah.
just a bit, but on a guarantee that you're gonna struggle because in that little gap is people playing modern um, Jamie. Like Jesus Christ, they
Yeah.
only do that one string and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's irritating.
Yeah. Uh, but there are moments where Manon can shine, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's just
she can capitalize. Just
yes. Especially with the what do you call her stacking mechanic? I forget what she
her medals.
her medals, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Early on I thought she was going to be pretty solid, but man, it's like I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
It's just
no, like once you try her on higher tier or against like certain other characters, it's like wow, you
yeah.
struggle, my dear.
That's why yeah, you gotta give it to Idom for trying to
Yeah,
stick really is trying to make her work. But it is what it is. Meanwhile, relating to fighting games and Street Fighter and all that fun stuff, Evo revealed their
Eve.
lineup. Yes. So there is a video right here, but let me see if this is a good recap from Final Weapon. So the obvious thing from the reveal, of course, is the lineup, right? So we have Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, right? That's the sort of the obvious picks. But then we still have Rising, right? Still in play. Grand Blue versus Rising. Outer Night in Birth still in it. Sis Celeste, right? Mortal Kombat 1 still hanging in there. But then we have Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, in the lineup. But the
Which
lineup,
is
yeah,
like not a not a surprise, but it's more like wow. So now we
right,
have a timeline
right.
of when this game's gonna come out.
Right, because the game is coming out still, I believe, in April, so there is a plenty of time, I think, to be that Evo game. And then the throwback is this time around Marvel versus Capcom 2, you know,
Mhm.
which is a
And
fan favorite back in the day at least. Yeah.
with that, I wonder which version of MVC2 is gonna be. Is it gonna be the one from Fighting Collection, or is it gonna be like actual
Like
we're gonna bring
yeah, like the Dreamcast version or whatever, and
yeah
then the TVs and everything. I don't know. And
yeah
then you're gonna have like people like Justin Wong and Sanford Kelly like sit on the floor, like actually like the prime stance. You know what I'm saying? Like they're actually sitting on the floor, not on the chair, sitting on the floor playing. Yeah, some people do that in Marvel too. It's kind of crazy.
there was like one. This was back in my old arcade area.
Uh huh.
So we had the arcade machine, and then right next to the MVC2 machine or cabinet, sorry,
Yeah.
was fuck, I think at the time it was the taiko drum game. I don't know
Uh-huh.
why it was right next to the the MVC2 cabinet.
Yeah.
But the way the taiko drums were kind of like protruding out of its game, if you wanted to, you could have laid on top of the drums, and that's where I saw a guy was just doing like that, and he was like laying on straight across the two drums. I'm like,
Huh.
does that not hurt or feel uncomfortable? He's like, no, I'm used to it.
Huh.
I'm like, oh, you've
Interesting.
done this before.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
So,
found the devil's son.
yeah. So those are the 8 main games, and then kind of the newly extended lineup includes Rivals of Aether, Virtual Fighter 5, KOF 15. So yes, it kind of got benched a little bit. Blaze Blue, KI, and there's gonna be more announced at the awards show for Evo. I think that's in February or something like that in LA. Um, so basically, this is kind of another way of saying like these are like side tournaments, but I guess they may get a little more attention. I'm not sure of how this works. Um, I like glossed over the actual video of itself, so I don't have a 100% grasp of what the extended lineup is like or what they're gonna do with it per se. But
Yeah,
they have it. It's there. You know. Did you watch the video yourself or?
I watched a bit of it, and
Yeah.
then just saw clips and people. I'm just doing the highlights of like what's happening.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of my situation too. But interesting.
And
Hmm.
again, like
Yes.
obviously, like Evo. Well, this time around, they're or not really this time around. They are improving. So whatever was working last year, they're gonna keep it, or just slightly tweak. What was not working was obviously the last day of Evo with
Yeah.
the final tournament. Like, holy god, I am so sorry.
Well, speaking of going back or improving upon things, they're actually bringing back top 8 finals
Yep,
for
it's not
Evo.
top six anymore,
No top
kids.
6 anymore. Yeah. I mean, I get what they're trying to do with like the time and everything, but it looks like they were able
Yeah,
to like move things around to circumvent this time. So they're bringing back top 8. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a little bittersweet because there were plenty of people within the top 8, so to say, but only the top 6 got represented on the actual
yeah,
stage and
represented
everything.
or got the I I mean, it might be bad to say it, but it's true. The limelight, like they
Yeah, the
got that.
limelight. I mean, the medals, right? I think the medals were only
Yeah,
given to top 6 during that time too. So
yeah,
that's
top six, I believe, and it was like a smaller, not like medal, but a certificate or something for like if you were like top eight for
some
like those two last position.
something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure the small fine details,
Yeah,
but that was like the gist of it. And like you know, again, I get the idea of it, but I think the overall
yeah,
just end result of it was just like right, in comparison to top
yeah.
8, you know. So but it's back gladly. My question is, how many games are going to be at Sunday? Is it going to be still the
Oh,
3 or
finals.
yeah? Is it going to be the
Like,
3? Is it going to be 4? Is it going to be 2? I mean, I don't know. Um, I have no idea.
thank God it's not fighters, because fucking top eight for fighters, you would be like this.
Hmm. Sadly, but it's true. Um, it will still take place in that Mandalay Bay. Um,
Yep.
August from August 1st to 3rd. I guess they're not doing it at the convention center, the Las Vegas Convention Center, huh?
Oh, damn. The finals. That's
For
interesting.
finals, at least, yeah. It seems like I'm not
Yeah.
sure. The convention itself, could be at the convention center, but
Yeah,
maybe I don't know. Maybe it might be back at Mandalay Bay. I'm not sure. So that means
because they in the video they did say it's gonna be like two separate tickets.
yes, that's the good thing. Yes, that's the other important note is that now they're separating the thing, which that was literally everyone complaining about. I would have done the same if I was participating at the time. Yeah, so good. That's good. That those are separate things because not everyone, really wants to go there, which I understand. Um, so the cost will be obviously be down for most people anyway. So, it is a matter of still how much are they, right?
Mhm.
Um, maybe we'll find out a little more here, other than the other tournaments. Hold on, let me see. Uh, Las Vegas. Not exactly within the accessible reach at the moment. We don't we I don't I mean at least I don't know where the actual convention itself is going to take place. Um yeah, it's there's no like clear indication of where it is other than well Mandalay apparently. I mean maybe we gotta watch the video again I guess or actually sit down and watch the video unfortunately um or maybe they're still figuring it out. I'm not sure actually.
Maybe.
Maybe. But for right now, I guess it's Mandalay Bay, which, it's kind of familiar grounds for me at least because, or you, you've been to the one in Mandalay, yes?
Yeah,
When you
I
went,
that was my very
that's your
first.
first one, yes, that's right. Yeah. So it's not entirely unfamiliar to both of us, but still, it's kind of interesting. It's like you went to the convention center and now you're going back to Mandalay Bay, if that's the case. Um, Otherwise, Evo Los Angeles is still happening, but that's just the um award show, I believe, for Evo specifically. And then Evo France is still a thing.
Yeah.
But later on in 2026, it just says an Evo event will be held in Singapore. It is not saying like completely like oh it's a tournament or whatever. It just says an Evo event. So maybe
Yeah.
it could be any. I mean, it could be anything, I guess. Um. Oh, okay. So and then of course we gotta remember, Evo Japan is still happening as well, but it's happening in May. I don't know if that was indicated last time we knew about that. Huh.
I don't
May 9th to 11th. That's an interesting date from all the in all the comparisons anyway. Because we used to have one in January, so that was like a quite a jump there, right? Taking place in Tokyo. Um, that's the usual one, USA, and then France and Nice in October. And then Evo Singapore is still up in the air to be announced. Again, we don't know what it is exactly, but yeah. Um,
yeah.
and yeah, and then to be clear, yes, Evo Awards, that is the one in Los Angeles. All right. So, any other thing you wanted to chime in or add, or any comment you wanted to throw in regarding to Evo?
I guess the question is to you. Is it will this be the year you pay a visit to the big old Sin City or not yet?
Um, it's more towards yes, but I just don't know 100% because of what's going on with work. I just don't know. I'm still not 100% on what my hours are when it comes to vacation because they're like kind of futzing around with the budgeting at the moment, so I have no idea. Yeah,
we'll explore that section off off camera.
yeah, because like because I don't know, I don't want to say yes, and then
Yeah.
right. I would like to go
Mhm.
keywords, but I'm not 100% sure, and it's really tied to work, pretty much. That's just the reasonings.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's essentially it. The only other thing that people were kind of arguing about was Smash, but it's like, that's like kind of of course, a Nintendo thing, and you know how Nintendo is when
It's a
they're,
Nintendo, yeah.
yeah, when they're trying to work. Well, when it comes to things that are tied with Sony, and Evo is kind of under Sony at the moment, so Nintendo's like,
It
yeah,
just
you know,
it's like Jesus Christ. Just get along, you two.
I know,
For like
right?
5 minutes, please.
Yeah. Nintendo, I mean, their stance on tournaments has always been very finicky. It's like they don't really care at the for the most part, but also the fact,
Yeah.
yeah, it's tied to Sony is also like the other reason. But they were never like, "Oh, we're going in on the tournaments," right? Even with something like Splatoon, I don't think they were super into the esports side. They only did like one thing, I think, for Splatoon, and then of course same with Smash, and that even of
I
itself
think
was like,
it's like more like if Nintendo can't really control everything, they consider it as like a loss
yeah,
or something like that,
yeah, something like that
or
too.
not worth their time.
Those little politics and here and there, blah blah blah. It all adds up to like why Smash is
If
not.
we did not have creative control of this, it's not worth my time.
Yeah, in that little sleazy voice, right? In that exact tone. Yeah. Um.
It's like, well, don't. I know this is also sleazy. How people look at stuff like, don't you want exposure? Stuff like that. It's like that's not the point.
Yeah. Yeah. They got the exposure, all right. It's Nintendo, like of course, like it's of course like that's the name that has weight to it, but it's not. That's not the issue here. It's really a matter of do they care? Is really
Do they care, or will Smash players follow that one basic rule?
ah. I think I know where you're going with that.
Let's just say my first Evo, I thought everyone was like, being
Well,
what's the over exaggerating of the Smash room. I fucking passed that place and I was like, who
but I mean,
is the AC
to be
broken?
fair, to be fair, people were
Yeah,
complaining about the smell, regardless of you know whether the game
yeah.
Smash was there or not.
Where it came from. Where
Yeah,
it came from.
yeah. So even during like what the last Evo, people were complaining about the smell, and then there was an
People
instance
complaining the smell too.
there was an instance in the
And
finals, right? Like someone
at the final,
someone pissed in the sea or something.
which I feel sorry for, the cleaners, the custodians,
Yeah,
people that has to
clean that up.
put that shit away.
Hmm.
Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah. What? Yeah. Regardless whether that was on purpose or not, like yeah, someone's gonna has to clean it up, and it's the custodian. So you gotta give it to the custodian for stick.
Custodian, and you can tell like that would have been like a big ass like get the fuck out of our convention.
Yeah.
If
Yeah. I think even Rick Tejado mentioned about like, oh yeah, the layout of this time around will be more accessible, for like bathrooms and everything. So hopefully
yeah,
that'll be the case. But yeah, when people are actually there, I mean, we'll see. We'll see about that. All right. Yeah. That's pretty much the gist of what I got for comments and thoughts and everything else. I guess the only other, not worry, but like the only other elephant in the room is the artist alley and the actual like stands and like the what do you call
The layout.
the layout. Yeah, pretty much like that sort of stuff.
Because last year, no, to me, it felt claustrophobic, like of how close some things were, like
Really?
compared to.
Huh. Interesting. Because
Because I mean, I guess because it was like day one, so a lot of people are just like shoved into those lanes
uh-huh.
to we to bop and weave through like artist alley and dealer's room, which was pretty much like put into one.
I've I
But
don't
yeah,
know. Well, yeah, okay. I don't know if this was last year or the year before. I heard people were saying like it's too spacious or something in some areas.
I mean, it was spacious, but yeah, and it probably was because it was day one, so a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
people were like
Just
cramped.
happened to gather in that one area, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
because where like last year, where Keter's one was, he was pretty much like, okay, I'm gonna use my hand. If over here was like the main, stage with all the booths and stuff, Keter's was like right there at that move, at that edge.
Uh-huh.
Like he can just hop over to just say hello
Yeah.
to the boots and stuff. Which to me that was probably um a good and bad spot because, well, bad spot because his back was facing them, so he couldn't really like see like what's
Yeah, what's going
happening.
on? Yeah.
But where he was, there was the what are those called?
The
Like the
big
big
monitors.
TVs that's,
Yeah.
yeah, that was hanging. He was like at that right angle to go like just look up and go like, oh, so that's what's happening
Yeah,
back here.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Um, yeah, so the stuff like that, like I think that's the only like issue. And then I think they talked about the water, which should be free or whatever, or accessible, whatever. Like it should be abundant.
Yeah, like there was like a so little bit water stations
Hmm. Okay. I
because
thought
there was like, again, there was like water stations outside of like the convention floor because there are doors to get into the convention floor, so you had like water stations by the bathroom,
yeah.
another one like down the hall, and then another one like a little bit further away from everything.
See, I thought that was kind of stomped out at this point, but I guess it's still kind of somewhat of a struggle to like get the water thing consistent,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
consistent. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it was, but for our small like mod group, we kind of made it work. Like during like finals day, we each kind of like unbeknownst just took turns going like asking everyone, okay, who needs a water bottle fill? One goes and does the collection. Then the next person, like we just did it like subconsciously, like taking
Oh,
turns,
that's funny.
which was more funny because I think it was Grizz that was like, okay, going to a food run, like who wants what, and it's either we Venmoed each other or we just gave cash and go like, here, can you get me food? And then like again, we became our own like uh Uber driver, Uber Eats or whatever.
Yeah, you kind of established a system unbeknownst, or
Yeah,
you kind of just without even thinking about it. It's funny. That's what it
yeah,
sounds like to me.
yeah. So it was like first round, water. Oh, okay, collect the bottles. Okay, come back, patch this off, sit back down. I'm
Yeah.
getting hungry. Do you want? I'm getting hungry. You want anything? Oh yeah, can you give me chicken? Blah blah. Here's my card. Ugh.
Yeah. All right. I think we definitely covered that um adequately. So, front line.
If I were you, oh sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
if I were you guys who are planning to go Evo this year, start start seeing which hotel you wanna you know uh rest in.
Yeah.
I personally say rest at if you're gonna be on the strip, go to the hotels that has the monorail system.
Yeah.
It's on, and if you're gonna stay for like a good like what 4 days, do a 3 day monorail purchase.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like $40.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty fair. Or pretty decent deal, I guess. All right. We
Excuse
can
me.
now speaking of Nintendo, right? Head on over to the front line. Yes, so big drop right out of nowhere. Switch 2, the worst kept
Switch
secret,
those.
the worst kept secret, right? We all knew it was coming, but the way they did it what was kind of like what rocked the boat a little bit. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna agree to what like some people were saying. Like this is the way they did it was to kind of just shut up the shareholders at this point.
Shareholders and the leakers. Yeah. That was quite the um the abrupt
That was quite
reveal, I guess you could say. Not
yeah,
abrupt,
that
but
was quite a doozy,
quite a
kids.
doozy, yeah, to put it. There's one way to put it, I guess. But so yeah, what is like the foremost forefront, I guess you could say, comment you wanted to put out for the Switch 2? What's like what's on your mind the most, I guess you could say?
It's the it's connecting that damn USB port
Thing, yeah. Okay.
to connect the Joy Cons
I can understand the concern.
because
Mm-hmm.
when you see it, like how they connect onto the main screen, whatever you want to call it,
Yes. The main unit.
it looks so
Fragile.
thin, yeah,
Oh.
fragile. It's like that scares the fuck out of me
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sorry, if you give this to a kid, some kids they don't really like take care
Yeah.
of things. They might just like shove it in and then snap it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's scaring me on a like personal level. Like,
Okay.
two,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
like the kickstand
The kickstand is
better
nice.
than
Mm-hmm.
what we have.
Very adjustable on top of being an actual full stand instead of like the one dinky little leg on the side. The charger or the dock is rounded off. One of the noticeable things. The dog ears are
Two,
back.
that goes for your hands if you don't have this.
Oh god, I did
The
not like.
pro.
Yeah, and it's coming out.
Overall,
Mm,
I feel nothing because it didn't
yeah,
show me like how powerful this thing is,
understandable. Yes, yeah. You
and
could
that's the thing that's worrying about stuff. The Switch 2 is backwards compatible, ability or be able to
compatible. Yeah,
play the cartridges and stuff.
yes.
But it won't. But some games are not going to be optimized for the Switch 2. So that's like, oh shit, what games are going to be
I
optimized?
think this is. I think for the most part we don't have to worry about it too much because I feel like this is just to like avoid the liability when it comes to the third party stuff because they kind of go out their way or something like that to do some interesting things and they built it
Your
around.
risque games that you bought on our Nintendo store may or may not work correctly. It's
Yeah,
like ah.
yeah. I think for the most part, if you're like thinking of like the major games, like Mario stuff and whatever, that's fine. I feel like it has to be right. This is Nintendo, right? Like they test their shit for the most part. I mean, apart from the exceptions, um,
Yeah.
the games, right? I'm sure that their main games are going to be fine. It's just, this is just to cover like any of the third parties that they don't know about or they don't know too much about. I feel, especially the third parties. That way, it's like, well, what happened? Blah blah blah. But I
What
think
happened?
what happened? Yeah. Um, Details will be shared on the Nintendo website at a later date. So I mean, yeah, it is a bit of a concern. I get it, but I think for the most part, the main attractions for this upcoming Switch will be fine, right? Smash Ultimate, you know, that's like obviously one of the major games from the Switch, the first one. Now that's kind of weird to say, but yeah, but yeah, I feel that's fine, right? Mario Kart 8, that's gonna be fine. The Mario stuff, fine, you know.
I'm
It's
wondering
just,
about like
mm,
Bayonetta 3. Like, are you gonna be optimized? Because I'm
yeah,
sorry, you could tell that there was some moments in that game on regular Switch. It was struggling.
yes, yes, yes. It's
And we
really,
have to remind ourselves that Nintendo R is saying that the Switch 2 is supposed to be as powerful as a PS3 slash PS4, and it's like, okay.
yeah. I just want the damn thing to just run at 60 frames consistently for most of the games and for it to look pretty, like stylish, pretty. It don't gotta be real looking.
Yeah,
that's like the big thing about this
we
whole
we just want
discourse.
the stability in our games. We don't want to
Yeah.
see like frame drops or
I
hiccups.
don't I don't need like fucking millions of blades of grass, right? I just want it to like just look pretty, artsy, whatever, stylish. Cell shade the damn thing if you have to, but as long as it looks cool and it's fun, that's really all I look forward to. And it's consistent with the frame rate, right? 60 frames, whatever.
Which now I wonder how would NK1 look on Switch 2? Is it still gonna look like we're watching something on a uh 240 p quality, or are we actually
Mhm.
gonna be at least 480 quality?
Right. Yeah.
At least if we
Yeah.
can make it to 720 quality, then it's like, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're not at 1080, but we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. So let me also address the what you were just talking about with the physical side of things, like the snapping part. Okay. So this gentleman right here, he actually apparently had like the blueprint or something from a company that is making the what do you call the accessories for it. So they have to know the specs of the new Switch, right? After the discourse of people thinking, oh yeah, this the little connector is gonna snap off if you're not careful, blah blah blah, right? But
A lot of people reposting this tweet that I just quote tweeted, and they're worried that this thing in here is going to snap off and break. Well, I wanted to see if I could help quell any fears, because if we snap this in, there's no way of breaking that by snapping these Joy-Cons off. For me to do it right now, I'm literally going to have to bend this to the point where something here breaks, where
yeah,
I pop out the top of this plastic here, which on the actual Switch will most likely be metal, or I could go the other direction and try breaking the back bar, or maybe it would actually shatter the whatever you want to call this sticky out bit in the Joy-Con. But I think the absolute last thing to break would be that thing inside. It might come along for the ride. It might get broken alongside everything else you're snapping off. But I would say that if you take the old Switch and you try snapping it off, you're probably going to have just as much of a nightmare situation trying to fix that as you would this. And I'm not sure if anybody did that. I'm not sure if anyone tried.
Watch me.
yeah, yeah. So the point is that I think you have to like kind of go out your way to break the damn thing. Like there's no like accidental like psh, like a
Yeah.
like you're gaming and you sneeze and then it like snaps or something. Then that's a problem, obviously. But I think you have to go out your way because again, this is Nintendo. Obviously, they went trial and error, all the hoops and ladders, whatever the fuck, to test their stuff. The obvious areas are, I'm sure, have been looked into already, and there's going to be some magnetic stuff going on, and the way it's designed, I think it will we'll be fine. I don't think it'll like snap or go like this real easily, you know. And I guess you could argue like, oh, I'm just gonna play as a console anyway, so why would you do that, right? But you know, for those who do the handhelding, right, of the Switch, I think it'll be fine, right? Because yeah, I mean, like you could make the same exact argument then for the Switch right now, because like, right, like it's I would say it's almost like the same thing, except that obviously for the Switch right now, you just slide them in, whereas you know, now yes, here you snap them in, you know, which is actually kind of like different from what I've expected because of the leakers, right? Because apparently, you know, there are a lot of videos of, oh, this is the Switch too, like this is what it looks like, and then it was a little different because yeah, you snap it in, but also there was like a latch to lock them in, and those acted like the extra grips, right? You know, to give it the extra, you know, dimension, if you will, for people like me who have like bigger hands and hold the damn thing comfortably, right? And that would have been cool. I would have been like, oh, damn, that's pretty sick, right? But unfortunately, this looks like pretty similar in dimensions, right? In terms of like the thickness, right? Because, you know, they want to keep it the same, like portable, thin, whatever, but it is bigger width and lengthwise, I guess you could say. But when it comes to the actual grips wise, I think that's going to be pretty similar for the most part, unfortunately. Maybe the buttons are a little bigger or a little more, there's a little more to it. Other than that, you know, it's a Switch with a bit of a lift, a facelift. Although everything is black, which is kind of lame, but you know, I guess you gotta separate the two, right?
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, the discourse of snapping and breaking and stuff, I think we're fine. I think it's just gonna be just as rigid, I guess you could say, quote unquote, as the first Switch. That's just my 2 cents on that whole thing. Okay, so there's a bit of information, little like oh, there's a meme at the end, but there's a bit of an overview from Marcus Brownlee, very famous tech YouTuber. So obviously the full specs are coming April of this year. So we don't, you know, so of course this was like a teaser trailer. There's very much a teaser. But what we can make it out already is that there is a larger display with smaller bezels, obviously. So bezels means that's like the border around the screen. So a smaller bezel means less of a border for a more optimal viewing experience. Magnetic Joy-Cons, so you know we were just talking about the snapping thing. That's with the magnets. Full width kickstand, yes, we definitely know that. More adjustable, so you have more angles to play with. So that's nice. And then the USB-C port is also on the top. All right. Yeah. Why that's significant is because whenever you try to stand the thing up and play, you know, like as like a screen, and you have the doggy ear controllers, right? Oh, the Switch is low on battery. I gotta charge it. Oh, I can't reach to the thing because the charging port or whatever the thing is on the bottom, right? So the cable will get in the way of that, unless you buy a third-party stand, but that means more. You have to buy extras, right? So they're just like, all right, let's put it on top. It's simple, right? So simple, such a simple thing, but pretty nice. So that's what we know at the moment. And then the other question now is the games. And there's already a lot of people, of course, having their 2 cents. And people are saying that this is a brand new Mario Kart game rather than, Mario Kart 8 or whatever with enhanced whatever the fuck. They're saying it's brand new, all that stuff. Not much to go off of because it was such a teaser, right? And there's a whole thing about like Donkey Kong, because if you look at Donkey Kong somewhere, oh yeah, it's like really small, so it's like such a small little screen. But then if you look over to something like here, now you have somewhat of a better shot, and he looks kind of different, right? Kind of different. What's going on there? So that's why that's kind of like a sign of people thinking, oh, it's a brand new Mario Kart. So yeah. What worries me is like, okay, we bought this whole big ass DLC pack for Mario Kart 8 with all the maps and everything. Is that kind of somehow carry over to here? Right? Hopefully. But something tells me maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Any comments on Kong himself, Donkey Kong? Because some people don't like the design. They think it's dumb or whatever. I mean, but
I don't know, because this looks like classic, really classic Donkey Kong. If you compare it like how he looks here versus how he looked like in the 80s, yeah, his eyes are actually like squished together.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that's pretty much like, yeah, what's going on here.
So it's like he looks fine.
Yeah.
You still identify him as Donkey Kong.
Right. He still looks like Donkey Kong. Like when you look at him, it's still Donkey Kong. It's not like he's entirely different or anything like that.
Unless unless Nintendo's pulling us a fast one and it's like, oh, this is not Donkey Kong. This is actually a fucking Funky Kong.
This is Donald Kong or something. I don't know. Daryl Kong or
this is Donkey Kong's cousin, Wilbur.
Wilbur. Yes.
Wilbur. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But anywho, yeah, that's like one of the big parts that people are picking out of this whole little trailer here.
I mean, again, it could be just a big hoop, hoopla of nothing. Like,
yeah, this could be just like Mario Kart 8 Plus or something, or I don't know. It could be like Mario Kart 8 2. That'd be such a dumb name, but
Mario Kart 8 Final Grand Prix is like, then what the fuck was the other one that you just released?
Right. Yeah, and then
size-wise, it looks bigger.
Yeah.
But my other concern for bigger screen and shit.
Yeah.
How fast are you gonna heat up?
Oh yeah, how hot is it gonna get? I don't know. Yeah.
Like, is it gonna be? Because again, they said this is supposed to be as powerful as a PS3, PS4,
PS4. Yeah.
Like,
well, we don't know. I mean, those are still like, I would put them on the same level of like those leaks, so I can't take them too seriously. They say, yeah, like you're saying, as powerful as PS3, PS4. We'll see.
Is it gonna heat up so much that we can actually put it under a kotatsu table?
Yeah. Can we put it on our lap and actually get warm from it? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, hand warmers, right? I don't know. So this is more of this stuff too, like the leaks and speculations and all that stuff. I mean, Mario.
I love how they put the fucking parentheses as tariff. It's like,
Oh, tariff, yeah, the tariff stuff, yeah, because it's Japan,
so yep,
whatever. But
that's the thing, kids. That's slowly gonna happen.
hopefully not. But yeah, it's a possibility. So they're saying like, okay, it's gonna be when it's handheld, it's 1080p, but when you actually dock it, it's gonna be 2K. So that's better than before because it wasn't 4K. I don't believe anyway. 60 frames per second, of course. The price will be with the tariff allegedly, $400 to $600. Right, no, 500. Excuse me. Sorry. The speculated launch will be June 20 or 27th. I don't know why they put that in there, but okay.
Why is there such a pretty much a week gap?
I don't know. Right? It's weird. And then the Switch Online, right? Remember that's the subscription plan or whatever the hell for playing online. Plus the expansion pass will be $70. So you're going from like what, $40 to $70? That's such a jump, man. God damn, man.
Yeah, that's why I was like, how much am I paying right now? Like,
Right.
I'm actively like looking like
The
what am I paying?
upcoming direct is allegedly going to show Breath of the Wild on both Switch and Switch 2 as a comparison, I guess. Oh my god. And then if you look at the
To
launch,
me, that's
Yeah.
that comparing stuff like that is so hard because it's better to see it physically.
yeah, see in person, yeah, of course. Right.
Unless they can pull it off and have like a little slider going like this, like Switch 1, Switch 2,
Yeah.
number 1, number 2.
Yeah, basically what was happening with what was it? Final Fantasy Rebirth with the PS5 and PS5 Pro. Remember
Pro.
that the website that lets you like slide back and forth with it. But they get a load of this, right? The launch games are allegedly going to be Metroid Prime 4, and then this is like, oh man, Breath of the Wild remastered. So it's like, no, you can't just you know fire up
Pop
your
in your
old,
old,
pop in the old Breath of the
cartridge.
Wild, yeah, the old cartridge you got. You gotta get the remastered edition to experience the upgrade. Mario Kart 9 allegedly, Tekken 8, and then you have Elden Ring of all things.
Elden Ring, a very graphics heavy game.
Yeah.
On that.
Pretty graphic heavy game for a system that's been tied to one that's been kind of in the what do you call it, the short end of the stick when it comes to graphics. Yeah. We should not, of course, take these things with all the salt. Just take it with a little grain of salt. All right. Oh, it's $50 with this expansion pass. Apparently, okay. Okay. I thought it was 40, but whatever. Yeah. The pre-orders, right? Oh my god, what is that gonna be like? Oh my god, I don't even want to think about that.
I'm not so worried about pre-orders. I want to know what their bundle sets are going to be.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh no, obviously it is still quite the big news, but it's still like there's still questions, of course. This is just a first look, so there are gonna be more a lot of questions. But yes, it's overall kind of like a fuck you to like the leakers that were like talking shit, or not talking shit, but like like they were like, "Oh, this is the Switch 2, guys." You know.
They're trying to like throw spitball. Like,
Yeah.
what is sticking and how much on their bingo on the leakers bingo card did they get?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and it did debunk a lot of things I saw on the internet when it comes to leaks. So it's like on one hand, it's like, yeah, I'm glad I kind of did that to shut him up. But on the other hand, it was kind of not the best way to do it, you know. But it is what it is, I guess. It's a teaser. We're gonna know more stuff at a later point, and hopefully, you know, we get to look forward to it a little more. But for right now, you know, gotta wait.
But right now, we're waiting. I mean, for me personally, I'm not like, oh fuck, I need it.
Yeah.
Show me more.
That is true because I haven't even really touched my Switch in a long while, right?
Same.
Yeah. I mean, I just been playing like the Hoyo stuff. Honestly, that's really much it. And then on top of Fortnite, that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's not like like even if I manage to get my hands on it, like, am I really gonna be like, oh my god, I gotta play it. I gotta play the fucking whatever launch game they came with, you know? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like that would have been the old me because
yeah, the old, yeah, or younger
lo and
us.
behold, the reason why I bought a Wii U was solely because to play Bayonetta 2.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the only reason why I bought a fucking Wii U
Mm-hmm.
was to play Bayonetta 2 and the new Smash. That's it. That was the only reason why. That's why my Wii U library is so tiny,
Yeah.
non-existent.
Yes. My only other thing I wanted to mention is that I'm glad that they stuck with a very simple naming scheme instead of just like, oh, it's the I don't know, fucking the Swatch or something, or I don't know,
I would have loved it if it was named the Swatch. Here's
yeah,
the Swatch. Yeah,
yeah, because
the Swatch boss or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
what?
Because it's like, oh, it's a combination of the words switch and swap because you can swap the controllers to do this and that and blah blah blah. Like, so that's why the blah, you know. But it's just Switch 2, right? Nothing fancy, nothing confusing, nothing out of the ordinary. It's the second iteration of this console. That's what it is. It is what it is.
I mean, it's
Uh,
the same thing like with the PlayStation,
yeah,
PlayStation One, PlayStation. Well, technically, PlayStation Classic slash X
yeah, yeah, yeah,
across whichever region you're from.
yeah.
Then PS2, then PS3, then the PS4, and then the PS5. And then now, just looking back at PlayStation's line of consoles, you had the big ass brick, which was the PS1, PSX, and
Yeah.
then you had some people had the classic, which was the small white one. Then PS2, you got slimmer and taller.
Yeah, yeah.
PS3, you got fucking fat ass,
Mm-hmm.
and then it slimmed down and whatnot.
Yeah.
PS4, sleeker, and for some reason they really loved 45 degrees.
Yeah. The trapezoid or whatever that, yeah.
And then now you have the PS5, which looks like it's just the coat that Seto Kaiba from
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh wears.
Yeah. Yes.
So what is how is PS6 gonna look like?
Yeah. Right.
Like, is it gonna be oblong, skinny?
Yeah.
One side's gonna be like more obese than the other.
Mm-hmm. My other question is, are they gonna do anything about the fucking stick drift problem?
Nope,
Right.
guaranteed. Nope. It's just gonna be like the same technology and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this is a hint of like, oh, we got new sticks in here. I don't know, but maybe that's just copium or hopium.
Yeah,
Um.
you praying to like whatever gods
Yeah. Yeah.
that's listening, and they're just looking down, going like,
Mm-hmm.
"Got it."
But the obvious hint here, if you look here, and particularly this part, right? You see how they're like sliding. That's supposed to be like a big hint of them being able to be used as like a mouse.
A mouse.
Yeah, that's why they're kind of sliding across.
when I saw them sliding across, I was like, oh, I'm getting like a new fucking Burnout game or some sort of racing
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I was just playing like any fucking Eurobeat song. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and I did notice the trigger buttons look a little bit more big, not bigger, but more
A bit trued out.
like curvy,
Yeah.
like curvier. Like it's now you can actually feel like it's a little like not grip, but feels more.
Yeah, like more embedded to your hand, like built for your hand,
Yeah.
kind of. I kind of get what you're trying to say. And then there's like a extra button by the trigger or something, I think. Yeah, like right here. So that's pretty interesting.
I want to say maybe that's the one. One of them might be for like measure your heart rate or stuff. 'Cause they
Yeah,
tried
maybe.
Nintendo tried to do that shit. Like
Oh yeah, especially with the
with
fitness shit.
yeah. Remember the Wii? It had that fucking like clap on your finger to like when you
Mm-hmm.
are like doing exercise.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Like when I first saw that, I was like, I feel like I'm at the doctor's because they measure your pulse like
Yeah, the
that.
pulse,
It's
the
like,
heartbeat. Yeah. Right. Um, at the moment though, if I haven't said my feelings already, like I'm more indifferent, but I do want to just know the performance specs. Like, does it run
yeah.
consistent? All that stuff. That's my biggest worry, I guess, for the Switch too.
I do like the simple like black design because
You do like it? Okay. Hmm. Kind of wish it.
I don't know it looks uniform.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just simple. It's just, I think.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think like when the more accessories come out, then yeah, you'll have the red and blue um Joy Cons that you can just swap
Joy-Con.
in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that is the gist of the Switch 2 for right now. We gotta wait on April to get the big info drop and all that fun stuff. And then let's not forget that you can actually have the opportunity to see it in person depending on where you are. Um oh, where's the thing? There you go. So let me see. Blah blah blah. We all know that stuff. Yeah.
But it's a lottery.
Right. Nintendo.
You enter
Right.
to have a chance to get the ticket.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
interesting. So there's one in New York, one in Los Angeles, and one in Dallas. All in April.
So you have
Oh,
West
randomly
Coast,
selected
East Coast.
drawing. Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you have West Coast, East Coast,
Midwest.
Southern.
Midwest, Southern-ish, yeah. Registration. Okay, yeah, you're right. It is a chance to get to that event.
Okay, I don't know how far this television city is compared to you. Just say how long would it take for you to drive there?
Well, it's in Beverly, so it's not horrible, but it's within reach. But
Like it's a 2-hour drive?
not 2 hours. It's like probably with traffic, probably like
Yeah,
40 minutes or something.
I was like overestimating with the traffic.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Because I see Los Angeles, I'm like, oh, isn't LA like really bad with traffic?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, downtown LA especially.
Right.
My God. No, I don't even want to talk about it. Such a fucking
So
nightmare.
yeah, because compared to like how people are saying like downtown LA, it's like you only go there if there's either like a party, but it has to be like a really good party
Mm-hmm.
that you like. Okay, I'll
Or
go.
E3.
Wait.
Back in the day.
Oh, what's that?
Right.
You said something that does not exist.
Right.
It's been wiped away.
Yeah, wipe from
Gone,
yeah.
reduced to atoms.
I would say Anime Expo, but that shit's fucking just you know how we feel about that.
I mean, going to Anime Expo is on a bucket list of mine, but until they can fucking fix their line problem, which will never happen, I'm probably just gonna be like in the car going like this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
On
Well,
the other end. But good luck to those that are going to have a chance.
or try to have a chance. Good luck. I don't know if I'll go out my way because when are those dates anyway? Is that like on the weekend or something, or is that like a weekday? Let me see. If it's on the weekday, then I don't think I can make it. What's that? 11.
11 to 13.
Okay, so it's towards the weekend, so there is a chance, slight chance, but I'll definitely not make it to 11 because yeah, I have work. But 12 to 13, yes, but well, I don't know.
Is the main news.
All right, so that's pretty much that. Do you have any other comments before we put this to bed for right now, at least?
Of course, the Swatch 2.
The Swatch.
Yeah.
It's the second Switch. That's what it is. All right, so let me go ahead and close all that stuff. Before we go on, I would like to take a little potty break, and we'll be back for more.
I told you, pee in a cup. My God, that's what God made them for.
The cup is not enough, man.
Oh, bucket.
But
Get the Home Depot bucket.
the Home Depot bucket. Oh God. All right. No man. What a gift. All right. Hold on. Let's take us back.
Right, everyone.
And
Oh, shit.
boom. Boom.
Hold on. The new skin on Fortnite is out. The Tanuki. I gotta buy it.
Well,
It's so funny. Like once I saw that Tanuki skin, I was like, yep. The artists that I follow are gonna have a field day. Lo and behold, like not even fucking 1 hour.
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's an ass.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So there was one meme that I wanted to throw in here before we really put it to bed. So basically, it's a tweet saying me saying goodbye to my Nintendo Switch before selling it to GameStop for $7.23. And it's just a gif of fucking Titus hugging Yuna.
Hey. As a former employee from GameStop, shut up.
Yeah.
Which is kind of not true because we did. I mean, it's true but not true because on the first week of release, you do get the
bonus.
the bonus and stuff to help reduce the stuff.
Yeah.
So like when the PS no when the newest version of the 360 was out, you had like the bonus, like an extra $100, to bring down the cost. And then if I don't know if it was for our GameStop, but it was like, and if you have the hard drive, like the like if you bring in to trade in the hard drive for hard drive, you'll bring it down even more to the cost. So I'm like, oh, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we have to check if those systems and the hard drive was working. Let's just say there was, because we have the TV to test it, like right in front. My God, the files. I guess the person forgot to delete. We're like,
Oh.
turn off the TV. We're like, oh.
Oh man.
And my smart ass going like, wrong hard drive you gave us.
Yeah.
Do you want it back? We actually like took it off and we're like, you want it back?
Yeah.
We can't do nothing with this.
That was kind of like that one clip from a Smash tournament. It was like one of those like local tournaments, and then like someone accidentally like went through or hit the menu for the Switch, right? The actual Switch main screen, and it was like the pictures, and it's like nothing but screenshots of like Dead or Alive with the volleyball or whatever. So it's like you know where this is going. So it's like all those shots.
Oh, that's the thing I wanted to bring up. Fucking with the My trailers, like, okay, if they use the PC version, for like tournaments and stuff,
Oh,
someone's gonna mod the nude mod,
yes.
and then it's gonna be that replay of that one. Was it Evil? Like, it was a Chun-Li person.
Oh.
Person selected Chun-Li, and it was like the full ass mod. And they're like, "Whoa!"
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, if I was there, I'd be like, "Leave it on screen."
Right.
Sorry, kids, get out.
Mm-hmm.
It's adult hour. Just put it out like outside the door. Adult hour.
Yeah. Yep. So I thought that was this was kind of funny, especially with the GIF is like as someone who did play Final Fantasy X, at least to some extent. And you like Yuna, yes?
Oh, fuck it. Yep. 10 to me was like, it broke me because of this scene and what in the journey.
Yeah,
whenever
the twists.
Square decides to give another Final Fantasy game the remake hammer, I do want 10.
Yeah.
To get hit. More so, I would like to see 6 or 8 to get hit with the hammer too. Everyone's saying, "Oh, it should be 9," and I'm like, "You're only gonna play 9 for Kuja, who's not even the true villain of that game." But sure, here we are. Here we are.
Right. That's pretty funny.
Why do you like 10 so much, Zawa? It really much shows like how sometimes following religion is bad, like blindly following religion.
Mm-hmm.
Which is majority of Final Fantasy games. Religion bad. It's like, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So this next story is quite ridiculous. I don't know if you've heard about this one, but it's regarding to AI. But somebody basically used AI to pretend as Brad Pitt into fooling and scamming a French woman out of $800,000 worth of their currency. Willis pretending to be Brad Pitt. So the scammer DM'd her on Instagram, convinced her with AI generated videos and edited images, and I guess it was to the point where she actually divorced her husband, thinking that that I guess her and Brad Pitt would be together somehow. The scammer then convinced her his bank accounts were locked because of his divorce with Angelina Jolie, which is not even true, of course. And that he needed money for a kidney surgery. She realized it was fake when Brad Pitt was on the news with a new girlfriend. Oh, man.
And they say AI is supposed to help people. Fuck that.
Right. I mean, it helps somebody, right? I mean, some way, right? For some money.
Now watch, this lady's gonna try sue the actual Brad Pitt for it, and it's like,
I don't know. She can't be that stupid, right? But this has been at least though the third European who has been scammed by fraudsters pretending to be Brad Pitt in the past year. So apparently, this has been an ongoing thing, not just one person, but multiples, right? that are at least in these headlines. So not only Brad Pitt is like kind of like the subject of this story, but also the likes of Keanu Reeves. So a California woman experienced this, giving her life savings to a scammer pretending to be Keanu Reeves, and now is living out her car. She said he wanted to marry me. I was lonely. It was also reported that this was tied to the Brad Pitt scammer.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the scammer is apparently based in Nigeria, likely an operation of 3 to 4 young individuals. Over 30 victims have been identified in the fake Brad Pitt schemes. Options to address this, scammers include hiring local mercenaries or involving Interpol. The justice system in Nigeria is highly unlikely to take action because or against the operation if the scammers are caught. So, even if they are caught, I guess from what it sounds like, they're not going to do much about it. It's unconfirmed, excuse me, if these operations are the same as a whole, but previous reports have tied Keanu Reeves scammers to West Africa. The site Find My Scammer managed to identify the viral Brad Pitt scammer in Nigeria by tricking him into clicking a booby-trapped link. Scammers frequently over the years have pretended to be Brad Pitt and Keanu Reeves. So this is all like sounding pretty fucking insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Insane. And then it's like, if you have paid attention, on a surface level with Keanu Reeves, he doesn't use, like, he's not technology,
Yeah. Forward.
I mean, he does know technology, but he doesn't like use it like
Yeah.
a lot of people.
He's
like, it's their life.
somewhat of a minimalist, I guess.
He's
you
a
would say.
down to earth.
Yeah,
He's
down
a
to
down
earth.
to earth
Yeah.
guy. I mean, he rather takes the train or the the public transport system than drive, because he just wants to be he wants to be like every other person. He
Yeah.
just wants to be a human.
Yeah. He wants. Yeah. Right.
That's why he doesn't do you never see him in like lavish cars, driving. No, he's like riding the bus. He's in the subway.
I believe the closest thing is he likes bikes, but even then, I think he just still goes out his way for public transportation, from what it sounds like. But yeah, the Brad Pitt stuff is also fucking crazy, man. From what it sounds like. But if I'm gonna be honest, right, I'm more on the side of like, man, she is fucking stupid to have fallen that far into the scheme or whatever, or the scam.
Like there should have been like very tall tales, of red flags floating like after a while.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and then like some of these, like, these are like just some of the images, I guess, generated. Like, it's like, I don't know.
And it's not even consistent. Like,
Yeah. Like, look at the one in the middle left. It's like, it looks like just like a younger Brad Pitt plastered onto somebody's face. Like, you know what I mean?
And then the operating table, you would never see something like that.
Right.
The bottom.
Oh, the bottom. Yeah.
You will never see it. Someone taking pictures in an operation like that.
Oh, yeah.
And the lighting is off like right away.
Yeah. I mean, even like the top left is like, it just looks goofy. So goofy, and then of course the middle top, because his face is like this lighting, but like the background is like bluish. You know what I mean? So that's also a dead giveaway. Same with the bottom right. But yeah, even then, it's like she went on her way to divorce her husband. Like she had it going, right? So she had everything going. Except I don't know I guess she had an obsession with Brad Pitt or something. I don't know. And just like I don't know the fact that like she didn't even like fact checked about Angelina Jolie and stuff. Oh, but then yeah, she realized it was fake after seeing like the news of the new girlfriend and stuff. It's like that's I don't know. It's almost like I want this story to be false, just to feel a little better. But man, I mean, there are some gullible people out there, I guess, right? I mean, I can understand with like older people, like like very old
Yep.
people, but man, the fact that like this person or the scheme involved with pretending to be Brad Pitt or somebody like Brad Pitt, and then they think, oh, you know, we're gonna be together, and then they go ahead and divorce their spouse and just you give all their money and shit. It's like, oh man, jeez, pretty wild though, pretty wild.
Yep.
And the fact that it's happened multiple times is also kind of crazy too. 30 victims, at least. That is kind of insane. All right, so that's it for that. Crazy story. Now we can go on to something relating to One Piece, and it's actually more of the casting reveals. So let me go ahead and also bring out this one as well. So let's start with the some of the side villains, right? So this is Miss Golden Week, if you remember her from the Little Garden. She's going to be played by Sophia and Caruso. Not too familiar with this name, as a lot of the people in the casting anyway, because it's like different, mostly like actors like you making their debut sort of thing ish. And then we have Marimo. That's funny. It's just like abbreviated as like KM. That's funny. Going to be played by Anton David Jeffta, or it might be Jeffta or Jeftha. Not too sure. And then Mark Penwill is playing Chess. Chess and Kuro Marimo, of course, are the two henchmen that were with Wobble.
Yep.
Okay, so far, what are your thoughts? Like anything?
For KM, it's more like because these were big dudes.
Yes.
How are they gonna do it, right? How are they gonna actually make them big but not look cartoonishly big? I mean,
Or yeah, ridiculous. I don't know. It's hard to say. And these two are some of the more cartoony characters, right? I mean, literally, this dude's lips are just like wavy. You know what I mean? So he's got big fucking hands, big old fucking hands, which works, I guess, with the his bow and arrow thing that he has going on, I guess.
we're gonna catch. You're gonna catch these hands, boys.
Yeah. 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 I mean, these two never did all that much until they got eaten by Wapple, and then they turned into the fusion form or whatever you call it, which also was a fucking ridiculous form as well.
Hey. It was early in the One Piece timeline.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They're fun.
A lot of the fun villains were around, right? Until the I want to say Uh,
Like, what arc do you think they kind of went a little bit
I say Water 7. I think Water 7 was when they're starting to get a little more serious, right?
yeah,
A
I
little
was gonna
more.
say that too.
A little more serious. Especially with what they were doing with Nico Robin. Like that was kind of like her arc, essentially, like to dive into her past. But like any thoughts on like Miss Golden Week? Like, because
I need to see her in the hat.
yeah,
'Cause,
but yeah, for
Miss
sure the
Golden Week,
costume and everything.
I-
I would have suspected to have somebody younger, but interesting choice that she is the one, right, to be playing Miss Golden Week. I mean, the hair, like I can definitely see with the hair already, right?
yeah,
The red hair, but we'll have to see
because
how the
Golden Week's supposed to be like not really a child, but she's supposed to be like a young
like a teen or something, like maybe a late
yeah
teen or mid teen or something.
adolescent. So
Adolescent,
something.
yeah, adolescent. Maybe maybe she can pull it off with the costume. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, these two are going to be interesting to see with the costume and everything.
Yeah.
But
And also the mannerisms.
the
of those two
mannerisms, yes, that's really what helps kind of sell it as well.
And I hope for season 2 they they do emphasize the laugh for side villains and major villains, because as we both agree as One Piece fans, it's the laugh that makes the villain so memorable. Or
Yeah, that much
it's the
more
laugh in
memorable.
general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, on the top of your head, who's your favorite laugh? like instant, like you will be like this is my favorite laugh of all time.
Fuck.
And it doesn't have to be a villain. It can be like like a hero or
Yeah. Fuck. Blackbeard is up there for sure.
Blackbeard,
The first
yeah.
one that comes to mind. And then of course Caesar Clown. Shoot.
Whitebeard's one is really good.
Yeah,
It's such like a
Whitebeard.
subtle,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Who's got a funny laugh? Fuck. What was her name? The ghost girl.
fucking the one that lives
With Mihawk.
Mihawk.
Yeah, she has pink hair, round eyes. Yeah.
She's the Lolita, pretty much.
The gothic Lolita. Yeah, right. Her.
Is it? I think I'm getting her laugh.
It's like pedo. It's like pedo.
It's like,
Yeah, she's like or something.
yeah.
But yeah, no, the voice definitely sells it for sure. I can't do it. No, it's just no.
I can't do. I used to be able to do fucking the old warlords laugh the zombie one. I used to be
Gecko
able to do
Moria.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do Gecko's laugh.
Yeah.
I think like after I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
spoke too
Oh,
much.
it's Perona. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much her laugh is her name if you listen closely.
Kind of, but
is laughing.
yeah. Where's the thing? Let me see. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. That's because it's tied to a fruit. Horo no mi. Yeah. But of course, right? You can't go wrong with Brooke. Brooke is like, it's like pleasant. Yo. Like Brooke is like, he's in high spirits when he laughs like that, right? It just feels good. But then,
Okay, so if again, whatever deities we're gonna pray to,
yeah,
if One Piece live action does get that far with Brooke, I better hear fucking Pink Sake. If I don't hear that fucking song,
yeah,
I'm gonna be like, you be like, can't come here. We're gonna have a big ass talk.
Yo.
And I'm sorry, I don't want it in English. It has to be in Japanese.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. To I guess to be fair, Yo ho
Yeah.
ho ho.
And
Anyway.
then it has to have like the kids singing in the background, alongside.
Oh yeah.
I like that version of the song
Uh-huh.
because it's supposed to be like a happy
Happy.
stuff, but when you look at the lyrics, it's like this isn't happy at all.
Yeah, right. And the just the surrounding context too. But anyway, the if you're gonna like narrow it down to villains though, I gotta go with Crocodile. Like it was kind of like that the the thing that tied it together for me to really see Crocodile as my favorite villain. The fucking ah 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 ah.
Yeah, the slow,
The
like he's not
slow.
even like he's and well, like for like first, I want to say like early villains. Arlong had a really good laugh.
Oh yeah, the sha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because he was arrogant, and you wanted him to have a arrogant like laugh.
Yes. Very very bold. Bold laugh.
Alvida, I think she was just like a regular like
No, she had a generic one. She's
yeah,
like the one of the only villains with no unique laughter, which is
yeah,
fine. But
yeah.
but
Because she
mm,
was early.
yeah, she's very early. She's the first, pretty much. If you
Buggy
don't,
is good, but
Buggy is Buggy. I mean, it's like yeah,
I mean, well, as Buggy as a character, you don't care for his laugh. You care for him screaming his ass off when
yeah,
shit
yeah, yeah.
don't go right.
You care for the other noises he does. Then he like snorts a lot. He like I don't know, man. He's just
Like
bonkers.
he'll also hit like that high note, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Ah!"
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Then he'll just go like deep, like the fuck,
yeah, 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 yeah.
like you did.
Gotta give it to Shigeru Chiba, man. He really
Yeah.
makes Buggy like work.
He makes any like clown character work because he can hit that
Yeah,
noise.
that's funny because isn't he the that guy you're just talking about in Final Fantasy?
He's Kefka,
Kafka.
the
Yeah,
main kid.
he's also
Yeah,
Kafka,
from
right?
Six.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I heard that, because back in the day when you had a PSP, you could mod the fuck out of it. You could
Ah,
homebrew the damn thing. So
homebrew.
I downloaded the Cydia in Japanese before it came to the West, and yeah,
Aha.
hearing Kefka, I was like, "That's Buggy."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's Buggy."
Yeah.
It's Captain Buggy. Oh God,
Right.
even more, like unhinged,
Yeah.
and it's also more funny that the same voice actor for Captain Buggy and Kefka is also the main morpher, whatever you want to call it, for a Super Sentai show, which is
Oh.
Kyoto,
I
and he made an
oh.
appearance in doing the whole like transformation sequence,
Uh-huh.
and you could tell he was having fun because he was like screaming like the attacks, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, here's some ice to put on that throat. Just
Yeah.
stop for a while,
Yeah.
please. Preserve your voice.
Yeah. So that's the big gist of it. Though I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's the same similar comment. I gotta see the costume and everything. I have to
Yeah, we gotta see the costume.
and the
We gotta
performance.
performance,
Hmm.
and
Meanwhile,
then
go ahead,
oh,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, for all the other characters that's showing up for this season, how much effort are they going to be with Tony? How much effort are they gonna have with the CGI? Is it
Yeah,
gonna
they
be
haven't.
half?
Yeah, we still don't know what he looks like, of course, because they only teased him a little bit with the back of his head, and that's about it. But yeah, it's not. I mean, CGI will be one thing, but the voice will definitely be something to tie it in with, right? Potentially, or to hate on it. I don't know. We never know. But I mean, hell, they could be they can take the safe route and just get the one from Funimation or something, or formerly known as Funimation. It's just Crunchyroll or whatever at this point. But yeah, or surprise us. I don't know, man. Could be completely new or an old face. I don't know. We'll see.
Fuck it. The voice of Chopper is actually the actual voice of Chopper. Fuck it.
Right. Yeah. Meanwhile, more of the side characters have been revealed. Although one very important, of course, who is Dragon, right? Monkey D. Dragon. But I'm sure I find this funny because it's just Dragon when we already know like what his full name is. But he is going to be played by Rigo Sanchez, and somebody put it funny, like it's kind of like a shit post, but they're like, this guy is really lucky because all he has to do is just stand there and like look kind of cool or whatever, and
Smile.
then just smile, and then that's it. Like he's not gonna be here for like a long ass time.
He's just gonna stand in the rain, have the thunder.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's wearing a hood. Like he's wearing a hooded whatever. So he has it kind of easy for this time at the
Now,
moment.
no, again, just thinking like again, if the live action does well and go
Does
like,
well.
really far,
Yeah.
how are they gonna do my favorite revolution?
Oh,
member?
Ivanko. Yeah.
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 Which again, if it was made at the right time and he was still,
In condition.
spry and
Yeah. Spry. Yeah. Yeah. Tim Curry.
fucking Tim Curry as fucking Eva Chan, be like fucking like yes.
Yep.
It's like you're gonna play this character. Oh, what is this?
Hmm.
What is Eva Cop? It's pretty much your Dr. Frankenfruiter from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Got it. Just grabs the wig. Got it.
Hmm. Yep.
Again, if you do bring in Eva Chan, are you
Yeah.
gonna have them normal size or have the big blowout head?
Well, I'm pretty sure the they. Oh, I mean, that's a good question actually. I mean, they could just do that with CGI, but I don't know how much they're gonna do that often. I'm pretty sure though, if Ivanko does come in, they'll have him normal size just for the sake of it. But whenever he like gets all emotional and like what and all that shit, then he'll get his head all big and shit. Because he of course control hormones, right? That's his
Yeah.
powers. So that's of course something they could do.
Which
Yeah.
I still like that little snippet of Eva Chan like not lowballing, but hitting Crocodile below the belt. Going,
Yeah. Where it
"Really
hurts, where it
work."
counts, right? Yeah.
It's like I changed you before, right? I can do it again. It's like, wait, what do you mean?
Yeah. He knows
Crocodile.
his secret. That's the thing. That's the crutch or whatever. The one up he has on Crocodile. All right. So Igaram was revealed. He's like essentially the right hand man for King Cobra. He's gonna be played
I
by.
wonder how heavy that wig is gonna be.
Oh, all right.
Because doesn't he have like 1, 2?
It's about. I think it's supposed to be 8.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and then the last curl is like at the tail
Yeah,
end.
the tail
It's
end.
like,
Yeah.
it's like, God, that wig is gonna fucking be like, hi everyone.
Yeah. He is going to be played by Yonda Thomas. So it's going to be interesting because one could say Igaram could be viewed as a person of lighter skin, right? It could be white from like I don't know, like South Africa or something, maybe. I don't know, but no, he's being played by a black person, so right. So, but other than that, I mean, yeah, like you're saying, like, what the hell are they gonna do with his hair? Like, are they gonna go full like size or like little, maybe half size, or just maybe down to his shoulder or something? That's it. I don't know.
Or just make it like how um mm, the 1740s, aristocratic
Yeah.
white wig, just it'll have the curls, but it won't be like extravagant. It'll be
Yeah,
just
but
like
extreme. Yeah.
little curls here and there, and it's like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
It's like you realize this is One Piece. Nothing is subtle with any character.
Yeah. Hopefully they simulate the size, but then I wonder how they're gonna do the guns then, right? Because he has guns in those curls or whatever. So when he like pulls his neck tie or whatever you call that, the tie,
Yep.
and then the
Yeah. It's not
bolo
a bolo
tie, I think it's called, yeah, something like that. Anyway, his strings, when he pulls them like in a certain way, his guns will come out and then boom boom, all that stuff. But last one, he a little more of a side character ish than a few others, but Ippomatsu is going to be being played by James Hiroyuki Liao. Um, this one's like a little more of a straightforward pick. It's like, all right, Asian dude, all right, playing a guy that you learn that he is obviously probably likely from Wano, right? And the only significance he's had that obviously is giving Zoro the swords, right? The Yuki, I think it was like Yubi Bashiri and then Sandai Kitetsu, which he still has one of them at least. Sandai Kitetsu is still going, and then Yuba Shiri is unfortunately put to rest because it got rusted. So but yeah, that's the only significance he has so far, other than he's from Wano and he gave the swords and such as a
which
owner of a sword shop. Mm-hmm.
which now when you put stuff into sequence or perspective, Hippomatsu was pretty much our introduction
Yeah,
to Wano.
yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't know it at then, but now we do. So it's like, wow.
yeah, and plus, technically, what you call? Oh, Queena's dad, or Queen, well, Queena, and then Queena's dad, and then his ancestors, because that's they're from obviously, or his ancestors are from, but like actual Wano people, I guess you say, yeah. No, Ippomatsu is, I believe, straight from Wano. So, I think that's it for the casting of this up to this point. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, yes, they have this as their profile banner for right now. It's just Chopper from the same reveal video or teaser of Chopper. Yeah, just a little more promotion, a little more of, hey, stay tuned, blah blah blah, like all that stuff. All right.
Hold on to your butts.
Yep. Hold on to your butts, cause hopefully season 2 will be more of a banger, right? Season
It's
1,
like hopefully it's a banger and it doesn't rush.
yeah,
I hope we have time to breathe.
yeah,
Not like, here we go.
like boom, 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 yeah, yeah. All right. This one is more relating to the anime, though. This could be potentially unfortunate news, but Shanks' voice actor, Shuichi Ikeda, or Ikeda Shuichi, depending on how you want to say it, has retired from his iconic role as, is it Car, or is it, or is it Car from Gundam?
Char.
Char. Is it Char?
Yeah, Char.
Like Cher the
Char.
like Cher the singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Char.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah. So Char is a very
Char has a
iconic, yeah, very iconic character from Gundam. Like it's like a very consistent thing. Like, there's always that dude wearing that mask,
yeah.
in the Gundam series. And he was the voice behind that. But he is retiring from that character. So this could mean, like, yeah, this could be concerning, I guess, that he could be also retiring Shanks. And Shanks is obviously pretty much like been brewing for a long time that he's going to be like a very powerful character, like insane, you know. The voice actor is 75 years old at the moment, so it is understandable, but we'll see like why only specifically mentioned that it is Char that he's retiring from, not just like retiring from voice acting altogether.
I mean, it might be like a long shot for me trying to unplug in because remember a certain other Gundam voice actor got into big trouble.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I want in my head maybe there's a connection. Like he doesn't want to be associated
Mm.
with the series anymore because of that.
Right. Right. Okay. That is possible.
Just throwing that out there. I'm just spitballing.
Right. 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 Um. Yeah. This character right here with the mask. It could be. Yeah. It could be unfortunate. Because he does have his little spin for Shanks, and Shanks' voice is definitely memorable in its own right. Nothing super outlandish, but still like that's like when you hear that voice, it's like, oh yeah, that's Shanks, right? That's just kind of one of those situations.
Yep.
Um, Also has voiced somebody from Saint Seiya, but he also voiced another side character in One Piece. That's pretty funny. This guy is from Alabasta. I do remember, and so on and so forth. We'll see. We'll see if he does also retire from Shanks as well, which is kind of sad because like his big debut is still has yet to come, right? And yeah, if we are missing that voice actor, it's like, oh man, that's unfortunate. Any other comments for this situation before we move on?
I mean, on a technicality, I haven't heard the name of Char for a while. Just be uttered. Just out of nowhere.
Right.
Because the original Gundam series, it is beloved, but it's pretty much is the grandfather for Gundam. But it's like when you look back at that whole series, there was a lot of like questionable decisions that the characters did, and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
hey, y'all stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Move on from there. This one is kind of time between Frontline and Games news, but we'll go ahead and unveil it here. So this is involving with Genshin Impact, right? Big Hoyo game, whatever, blah blah blah, right? That kind of like broke the wall, to an extent. And now the gotcha term is kind of one of those household names for at least many gamers. And this time they have been involved with a settlement that put them back $20 million by the FTC because they deemed Genshin Impact or publisher Hoyoverse to be unfair for selling loot boxes to teenagers under the age of 16 because apparently in their eyes they're making um they're making it so like that these tactics or whatever were deceiving the young audiences or whatever without parental consent and all that stuff. And Hoyoverse went ahead and just said, "Fuck it." They settled it. I guess they're gonna pay their due or whatever, the fine. Um, specifically, it says deceived children, teens, and other players into spending hundreds of dollars on prizes they stood little chance of winning. These dark tactics will be held accountable. Those are in quotes. If they deceived players, especially young children and teens. The young, let me see, and then, but they also, I guess they do this in here, were collecting personal information as well as deceive players about the odds of winning 5-star loot box prizes and how much it would cost to open a loot box in the first place. They claim that, or the FTC claimed that this was confusing and unfair, ultimately obscuring the fact that players will ultimately spend large amounts of money to obtain, 5-star prizes, and that children have spent hundreds of dollars.
Just the slow like.
Oh man. And that children have spent hundreds to thousands of dollars to win them. Alongside the fine, the ban, however, will be required to disclose loot box odds and exchange rates for its virtual currency, delete information, personal information collected from children under age of 13, and comply to COPA rules going forward. So just from this article here, any feelings / comments? What are you thinking?
Well, one, I thought I would never hear that word again. At this day and age, loot boxes,
Yeah.
because of the whole fiasco with Blizzard and surprise mechanics and all that other shit.
Thanks to EA.
Yeah. 20 million is also a big dent in any developer or company's wallet or revenue and stuff. Another thing is me as well now, because I am an uncle, and then I'm watching my niece grow up. Is like, parents, are you not child locking your kid from purchasing in-game shit?
That's my thing too with this situation. It's like, how are these children getting said credit card or the phone or whatever the fuck, right? It's like, yeah.
I can tell you straight up, if we did this back in our youths, me personally, I'll be on the ground with some, spanking and stuff. I'll actually do
man.
the whole Family Guy like dead body on the ground.
Yeah.
That would be my lesson. I mean, it might be too severe, but that's how I grew up. We got discipline.
Yes. Yeah.
Which
No,
again,
mhm.
there are some apps that does in-game currency exchange for real money that it will have like that limit, that limiter and stuff, and it will be like, okay, what is your passcode to use it, or do you have the fingerprint or thumbprint to continue to move forward for purchasing?
Yeah.
Which I had to tell my friend to do that when they had their kid, when Pokemon Go was big. Let's just say they forgot to do that on their Google account, their Google Play, to have, instead of a one touch whatchamacall purchase, you have to go through like 2 security checks. But anyways, let's just say their kid accidentally purchased 3 times the $99 whatever bundle that was in Pokemon Go.
Oh.
And I'm like looking, going like, warned you.
Yeah.
Good job, kid.
Uh-huh.
Good job, kid. But warned you.
Right.
But now it's to the question: what is Hoyo gonna do? Are they gonna actually raise the drop rate? Question marks.
So there's a statement. Oh, or go ahead, finish your thought.
No, it's just like, yeah, are they gonna raise the drop rate, or are they just gonna leave it, but they're just gonna have better wording on, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what is the chances?
Yeah.
Because you know, like if Fate Go, it just is rate up. It's like rate up, and then you go into the banner to see what is the percentage of getting a 5-star, and it's like 0.25. No, 0.025% chance of getting like a 5-star.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
what is Hoyo's?
so more specifically, this is from Cognosphere, which is the distributor of Genshin Impact. It's basically think of it like a publisher company, but it's still under the Hoyo umbrella. Um, has reached a settlement agreement with the United States Trade Commission to strengthen and increase transparency around our parental consent and virtual currency practices. Here's a statement below. In quote, animation style games and shows are well received by global audiences and players across various ages. Genshin Impact is a popular free to play anime style game designed for older teens and adults. While we believe many of the FTC's allegations are inaccurate, we agree to this settlement because we value the trust of our community and share a commitment to transparency for our players. Under the agreement, we will introduce a new age gate and parental consent protections for children and young teens and increase our in-game disclosures around virtual currency and rewards for players in the US in the coming months. So I believe what they're going to do is essentially your latter thought, which is basically just say or just make the statement clear, like to change the wording or make the wording more just forward up in your face and just be like, hey, this is what happens. This is what's going to go down. This is how it's going to go down, kids. Right? And
See, now when you say it like that, I kind of want it to be just like, wow, I'm gonna roll on this banner, and then just like right before they, you know, hit the road, it's gonna be like, fat ass chance you're gonna get this, bitch.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, damn, can you be at least more subtle? It's like, nope.
Right. Yeah. I'm kind of like on the fence with this whole situation because it's like I thought they've already disclosed the whole like percentages and stuff like that. I thought that was like enough. But and then like the other situation or the other thought I had was again like how are these children or kids or teens or whatever are getting the hold of the credit cards and blah 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 all that stuff, right?
Yep.
You know, how are they able to purchase these things in the first place? Well, it's the shady parents that point fingers at other shit that don't want to blame it for themselves, right? So I think
That's why.
yeah.
That's why again I told my sister, is like with my niece, is like, you better not have this child be babysat by a phone or an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Interact with this damn child.
Yeah. You gotta sit down, communicate with the kids, right? Tell them what's what, how this works and stuff like that. Especially with this whole gotcha thing, right? I mean, yes, it is toxic. You say if you let it be toxic, but with moderation, like everything, like moderation is key, right? It's your money at the end of the day. You could do whatever you want with it. If you want to gamble away with it, then that's your prerogative. But, obviously that's if you're you as an adult. For children,
Yeah,
right? They're experienced, they're
like, again,
naive. They don't,
they don't know the value of money.
yeah, they don't understand the value of money just yet. So, and it's not gonna take just one fucking lecture to make them understand that. It's gonna take years and years to make them really like, be able to grasp the concept of just
The
like
concept.
yeah, the
Jinx.
values, yeah, right. And it's kind of like one of those, like, you have to throw them into the pool for them to
Yeah,
swim,
into
kind
the
of.
lines then for
Yeah.
them to just like, because like I didn't learn the true value of money until I got my I want to say yeah, until I got my first job where
Yeah.
you know you get your first paycheck and you think you're like, wow, I have money, I can do whatever the fuck I want, until you realize like, shit, no, I need to,
Yeah.
you know, put majority of it away and only have like $100
Mm-hmm. To
spending
spend,
money.
yeah, of just,
And that's
yeah.
what I've been, and that's how I've been throughout my years ever since my first job. $100 a week. That's your damn limit.
Mm-hmm.
And then if your job, you know, gets you a raise, then maybe you can raise it to 105. You know, like
Yeah, yeah. Right. You
But
go
again, with
according to, right.
you adjust accordingly to like
Adjust
your.
accordingly. Yeah. Exactly.
But
So,
then like with gotcha entering my life,
yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
but I do have a system with my gotchas. For Fate Go, if I don't pull the character within two $80 purchases, I stop and wait till like the last week of the banner
Yeah.
for Zenless. I'm
Yeah.
learning late in the game. Too thanks to Hawk here and other friends that do play Hoyoverse games. If the like again, if the character's not for you, skip the damn banner. Um, if you don't win the 50-50, you can continue to try and get the damn thing, or you use that guarantee for the next banner.
Exactly. Exactly. Right.
Did I do this? Did I do that for this? I guess current round of banners. No, no, because for Hana's W engine, I didn't do like 10 pulls. I was just doing like one pull like every so often, like eh, eh. And then eventually I did get it, and I was like, oh wow, I got it. Well, it's reset. Good luck to me with
Hmm.
when the fucking manager's banner comes out. But it's okay. It's okay, everyone. I have 10K poly whatever
Yeah,
saved.
polychromes, yeah.
So I have 10K and 5 regular, in the bank. So I'm good.
Yeah.
So here's hoping.
Yeah.
Am I gonna also pull on the other banner? What's her name?
Oh, Chingy?
Yeah, Chingy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do like a coin toss
Yeah.
because she is still good from what I'm seeing. Like Chingy is still good,
Yeah.
but I have no desire to gain Astra as of yet.
Yeah.
Like her play style is too slow for me. I mean, I know she's not supposed to be like woo fast. She's supposed to be like that setup. Like okay, 1, 2, switch.
I heard that you're just
I mean,
supposed to just use her special, and then
yeah,
you immediately switch or whatever, because yeah, she's a support unit at the end of the day, and she heals on all, so there's that.
yeah, she's the only current healer, right?
Yes,
Unit,
of
unit
any kind.
agent.
Yeah, of any kind. Yeah. Um. but yeah, anyway, so uh it is definitely under the responsibility of the parents to teach them like how things work, but they're just too lazy and just like toss a fucking iPad to distract them. But that definitely bites them back in the ass because obviously they don't know like, you know, their own iPad like the back of their own hand because they don't know how to log in and stuff for to prevent them from doing those such things, right? That we're talking about here.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, it's very questionable of how many children have been doing this throughout the time, right? Especially when Genshin Impact came out. My other thing too is that why Genshin Impact, right? Why haven't they gone after well, they I think they had gone well, one justice system has gone after EA, and that was in the UK, somewhere in the UK, I believe, right? And that's where the whole surprise mechanics term came from, was the
Mm.
hearing or whatever. Why hasn't the FTC gone after EA for that shit too, right? Why haven't they gone after like the American gotcha games, right? The loot box stuff too. Oh, but it's the big Chinese game that they put up on they put them on the cross, to for the people to see. Like, hey, we're gonna go after these folks or whatever, this company because they're unfair to the children. It's like, oh well, I mean, there's plenty of other American games that practices similar stuff too, right? Even Blizzard, right? Even Blizzard did that with Overwatch back in 20 fucking 16. You know what I mean? So why is this now an issue, right? Um, and this is so funny because TikTok just got banned, and not to mention, I don't know if you just got this news. This happened like, well, this came up like a few hours ago. Marvel Snap is now banned too because now it's I guess Chinese developed or whatever. I'm not
Yep.
sure why, but
It's because the company is uh, also the same with TikTok. TikTok. That's why that made.
oh, wait, what do you mean? Like, are they under the same umbrella or?
Yep.
Oh,
So apparently, people in the Congress did not fully read what the fuck they were doing. So yep, and I can confirm right there.
damn, yeah,
It's temporary unavailable in the US. So it's like
yeah,
good job. So that means like because there's a current whatchamacallit. There's a current what's it called? Event happening in Marvel Snap.
yeah.
So now since it's down, what's gonna happen? Is Marvel Snap gonna have to refund people? Or are they gonna have
Refund and
to
probably
actually
hopefully extend the date for the event. Yeah,
extend the date, or are they gonna fucking compensate nicely?
yeah, right.
Yep.
So this does present some annoying issues and stuff like that. I think for the most part, just judging from this statement alone, I think they don't really give a crap. They're just gonna change the wording a little bit, and that's like kind of their way of doing it. You know, um, because I feel like they've already done enough to disclose this sort of information for the audiences. Like, hey, it's like, hey, this is gonna be a low chance for you, and then you know, you you're gonna be spending real money, so you gotta do that carefully, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I mean, I don't know, it's all there. I mean, what like what? Like, do they have to spell out every fucking little thing? Like, um, are just people that like ignorant? You know, are they just not willing to just read? Or just come up with common sense. Like, hey, you're spending money. You're spending real money. So, you know what I mean? yeah, it's I don't know. I do find some ways in both sides, I guess, but because yeah, the whole gotcha thing is harsh. It's brutal. It's you know the other word to describe it is toxic for the mind, right? Because literally they hire psychologists and such to make sure that these players are feeling like the desire to pull for these characters with real money. Oh, I gotta get this character at fucking C6 or fully duped with the best fucking weapon slash light cone or slash engine or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Fully duped on both character and engine and stuff like that. When you know that's what you don't really need to at least play through the story and get through the end game content. But yeah,
Hmm.
I think for the most part, the gacha system is of itself won't change a whole lot. I think that what they're just gonna do is, um, you know, just especially with the whole this is increased your transparency. It probably just means they're just probably gonna put up the terms of service, all the fucking stupid agreement stuff, right up in your face, and then call it a day, and change the wording a little bit. You know, but I think there is a sense of hypocrisy, right? Because it seems like they're just trying to slow down the Chinese economy. You know, especially with TikTok, now Marvel Rivals, and then now, of course, with Genshin as well, because Genshin is a big moneymaker for Hoyo.
Yep.
It was one of the most popular games to ever come out in the 2020s, you know? So, yeah, plus all the other stuff that China has been doing in their economy and such. I mean, I guess it's no wonder that the US is trying to just do anything they can to just like try to slow them down at to some extent. I love how even in their statement it says they're inaccurate or whatever. So it's like, um, and I think I understand you're saying like 20 million is a big thing, but I think to them, I mean you have to think about it like how much money they actually make. It's I think in this case something they can lose with a little issue. Because otherwise, if it was such a big thing for them or a big amount of money for them, I mean, they would have done something a little more. But they're just like, yeah, whatever, we'll pay it, whatever, you know. What comes after next, I don't know. We'll see. But I think for the most part, the Genshin gotcha stuff is it's not going anywhere. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. And hey, if it does change, I'm all for it, right? But um I guess the worst case scenario is let's say they get rid of the actual gacha system and instead implement a shop where they just like upcharge like a shit ton of money for these characters and just be like, hey, you can get them though, 100% chance, but you gotta put down this much money, right? That could be, yeah, that could be worst case scenario. But
You
hey,
want this character, you have to drop $80.
yeah, right. Oh, but it'll come with everything: their weapon, their fucking whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Oh, but we don't have loot boxes. This is the chance is right here. This is what you gotta do, right? You know. what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a little silly of the FTC to do this. Now, if they're gonna go after all the other major gotcha games, like right, like even of course with EA, right, and then um the shit that happened with Blizzard, right? I mean, you know, then I can kind of bat an eye on that, but yeah, it's I don't think Hoyo's gonna care too much after this. Yeah, they lost 20 million, but they can make that back in with one banner. That's how ridiculous that shit is, man. That's actually kind of crazy to say, but I think they can make that back pretty quick with I want to say 1.5 banners to be maybe a little generous, which again is crazy to say, you know, because was it gotcha? What was it? Revenue. Where is that tracker? Is it this? Is it? This looks like it. Yeah. So, revenue data. Check out. Look at this, right? November 2024. How much did they make? 37 million, almost 800,000.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, that's like, so it's like, oh, we lost potentially one banner's worth of money, but I mean, obviously to the average person, yes, that is a lot of money, right? I do understand that, but to them, in their scale, that's like, yeah, we can make that back in one banner. Just release it's gotta make sure we release a hot waifu. That's it. I mean, look at how much Fate Grand Order made in November. That's 16 million. Almost 17 million. Right? Pretty close. And it's funny because it's not really the Hoyo games that are number one. Is this game that features nothing but males. This is a game with all dudes. And what's this from? Oh, also China. Kind of funny, right? Kind of interesting. Love in Deep Space, right? Yeah, that's what the game is called. They made back in November $57,900,000.
Boo! You play as a girl in this game. Blech.
Oh man! And look at December. Look at December for Deep Space. 90 million, dude. 90 million. That is crazy.
They want them bods, boys.
Yeah. Look, and then looking for December for Zenless, right? That was supposed to be a big month because Miyabi, right? 60 million. Almost 60 million. And then I mean, yeah, they made pretty much almost twice the amount that Fate Grand Order did in December.
Yep.
So, yeah, the gist of it is that they'll make that money back. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, then they're gonna make it back. It's gonna take a while, but they're gonna get it.
Well, I mean, if you mean by a while, like what's the amount usually? Like 20 days or something?
It's gonna be it's gonna be less than that.
It's gonna be less than that.
Like, oh no, we lost this much.
Maybe at most
Jesus.
maybe at most 40 days. 40 days at most. Oh yeah, look at that. Interesting. Infinity Nikki, right? That's one of the newer uh sort of live service games, which is supposed to be like a Barbie game, kind of Barbie-esque game. Like it's like playing with dolls, but then they have some sort of combat as well for a little bit. That made 22, almost 23 million in its debut. You know, interesting. How fucking the gacha space fucking works. How much money they make and all that stuff. What I say is a drop in a bucket. I wouldn't say it like that, but they'll make that money back.
Yeah,
easily. As long as they just keep releasing waifus, that's all they gotta do. All right.
right.
Almost done.
Let's
go into straight into the visual entertainment news. So let's go ahead and blast this. Because that's the only sound effect we got. Because we can only have up to like what, 8 or something anyway. So this is a bit of an interesting one I wanted to mention, at least for Sonic, the movie series. So someone actually, or some bodies, right, made a chart of all the screen time so far for these movie characters. So number 1 is Knuckles with 103 minutes worth of time, actual screen time. This also includes the spin-off series featuring Knuckles, right? So that's why
Knuckles,
it's just called Knuckles, right? Number 2 is Sonic with 97 minutes, and then 103 minutes in case I haven't said it for Knuckles. Number 3, unfortunately, is not an Anthro character at all. In hell, not even Eggman. But number 3 is Wade, of all people. He has 57 minutes of screen time in total. Especially thanks to the Knuckles spin-off show.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Tom, the Donut Lord, with 52 minutes. Number 5 is, here we go, Dr. Eggman, 50 minutes flat. Number 6 is Tails, now considerable dropper here, 31 minutes. But right after that is Maddie, Tom's wife, with 27 minutes. But yes, the big favorite, right? Shadow at number 8. He's got 17 minutes. And then shortly after that is Gerald Robotnik with 15 minutes, sitting at number 9. And number 10 is Agent Stone with 14 minutes, not too far off from Shadow, actually. Which is kind of interesting, right?
You know, my cynical mind wants to see like the very bottom. It better be her. And it doesn't show like minutes, it just says dead.
Oh my god. Wow.
It's like, look, she's on the list. Damn.
That was
which again,
yeah.
the way it played out in the movie of that tragic scene is as PG you could get with how to make that scene come from video game to live action.
Yeah.
In my heart, I kind of wanted to see bullets, like lots of bullets fly. You know, just say, be lore accurate. Don't be what's it called? Don't be child friendly, because that game was not child friendly during that whole scene.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with how like some of the Sonic animation shorts portray Maria's death. It's like, oh shit, damn, fuck. And I'm talking about the official ones, not the fan made ones.
The official ones, like those shorts, were like, wow, this is more crueler than actually what happened. Like we saw
Yeah.
visually.
Yeah, dude.
You guys are emphasizing like, yeah, this bitch dead. It's
Yeah,
like,
this
yeah, we
bitch.
know.
Damn, yeah.
She ain't coming back for Sonic 4.
Yeah,
It's like,
she
yeah,
is.
we know.
She is DED dead.
Hook her with a stick and she won't move.
So fuck, man. Damn, man.
It's
Fuck.
like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then, meanwhile, like, do you remember how Gerald died? Like, fuck, man, shit. I mean, spoilers, by the way, but fuck, man.
In which version, the video game or the movie? Because
Well, I mean, I guess
it was
both.
like,
I guess both, right? I mean,
okay, in the movie it looks comical, but when you actually like look at it, it's like, shit, he just got this.
yeah.
You know, he just got like that, and it's like, wow, this is such a funny moment. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, when you think about it, yeah. But then, like,
The guy,
Mhm.
yeah, it's like you're just like reeling your head back, going like,
Yeah,
like,
I almost not yelled, but I was like, oh shit, like quietly, like in the theater.
it's like,
I
ugh.
was like,
Like,
oh shit, like, and then some people were like, oh, like, you know, like shocked, like, what the fuck, like, what? But I don't usually, I'm usually like pretty quiet in the theater, you know. I'm like, I'm just watching the movie, right? I'm not like, yeah, get that motherfucker, yeah, you know how some people are, right? Like, you know, they like talk to the movie pretty much.
so what you're saying is that when you finally watch Avengers Endgame, you did not cheer when Captain said
Hey, assemble.
iconic line. You just did this. You just sat there.
Yeah. Now admittedly, I did get giddy, a little giddy when Metal Sonic appeared. I was like, oh shit, yeah, like, yeah, man, well, yeah, boy.
Liar, you were like, yes, my queen, she's here.
Oh, Amy, yeah, yeah. I mean,
when
I kind of,
saw
I
her,
already figured she was going to appear, but
yeah,
yeah, I
like when she
figured.
finally appeared, I was like, look, Sonic, it's your stalker. Run! Run as fast as you can, because
Yeah.
this bitch is crazy for you. Here's a restraining order for her.
I wonder if they'll actually going to go ham on the stalker stuff,
A
or
speck of her, yeah.
yeah, right, or
Nice.
yeah, or just make her
Or
like
play
more
like,
safe. Yeah,
safe, but if they wanted to do the stalker aspect of what Amy is, but in a tasteful way, do it like how they did with Lola Bunny in the Looney Tunes show.
Oh look, yeah.
Yeah, because
I saw
Lola
clips.
is a stalker to Bugs, but it's like so comedically tasteful. It's like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah. You kind of just you're like, yeah, all right, fuck it, yeah.
Hi, Bugs. Lola, what are you doing in my home? I don't know. How did you get here? I broke through the wall. It's like, oh, who that thought?
I wonder, yeah, like I wonder if they'll do that with like with Amy, like, so Sonic, you're gonna come home tonight, right? You remember our date, right?
Sonic, I know you have any plans for tonight? Well, no. Oh, that means you're free. Well, not really. I have to go with Tails. Tails not here anymore. What do you mean? He's not here. She just pulls out the hammer and it's just dripping blood.
Oh god.
He's not here anymore. It's like, oh. 911, what's your emergency? Amy, click.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Well.
if you guys who are listening or watching think we're over exaggerating about Amy being a stalker, no, go actually watch like old, like what, the 90s Sonic, where she kind of was, and also like early Sonic games.
You know, really Sonic games in general. It kind of just paints her as like
she was
yeah.
really like, can I have, can I breathe for like
Yeah.
3 seconds without you in my face?
Yeah. Yeah, they really were capitalizing off of that whole shtick. But then when Sonic Boom came out, that was they shifted her character to be more like, oh, the whole independent girl kind of girl power kind of
I mean, she
vibe.
kind of showed like some character that's not stocky in Sonic X. Like
A little bit,
it
but
was,
she was still
yeah.
clingy.
Yeah, she was still clingy, but it wasn't like, oh my god, stop. Because there were moments that she did have badass moments in Sonic X.
Yeah, I guess.
If I remember correctly, she like deflected like a beam from Eggman, right? With her hammer. Like she just knocked it away. If I
It's
remember
been it's been
correctly.
it's been a hot minute.
It's been years
Yeah.
since Sonic X, which again, I'm still mad that they didn't have, the theme song for Sonic X playing in Sonic 3.
Somewhere, right? Somewhere in Sonic 3. Maybe they'll save it for 4. I don't know. But speaking of which, let me throw this in here before we go on. Sonic 4 is set to release in theaters. There's a typo right there.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. Spring.
I know, it'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, right. Whoa. Spring 2027 is when it's allegedly set to be released in theaters. So it says release in theaters in spring. Yeah, it's a nice little wacky little typo there. I mean, the question is, what the hell is it going to be about? Are they going to just start making their own story from here on out, or are they going to do Sonic Adventure, which is kind of weird because Shadow was there? Are they just going to go straight into Black Arms, Black Doom, or
introduce Chaotix.
Chaotix? Yeah, Sonic Heroes, right? Sonic Heroes story. Who
Which
knows?
I kind of want the way Eagle Raptor did the Chaotix short.
Oh.
Okay, time to pick my partner. Claw over Charmy. Fuck no. It's like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. No one likes you.
Yeah. If they are going to put Charmy, I hope they make them like, I don't know, they do something with Charmy.
So you want Charmy to be likable, not a punching bag.
Yeah. Man, especially in well, actually no, not Shadow the Hedgehog game. I think he was okay, but oh man, Vector's voice was something. Find the computer room. No.
No, they have to have that as Vector. You just see him walking up. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
What you doing? We're gonna have some fun here. It's like, are you okay, sir? No, I'm not. How many weed did you just smoke? How much is a pound?
How much is a pound?
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
We're hard hitters. I like that.
Yeah. he be hitting that grass. But speaking of hitting,
this I was like,
yeah. So in 20,
I knew the moment that this. So what we're watching is a bloodbath, pretty much, for Pokemon cards.
yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, but physical altercations were to be had when it comes to the Pokemon card side of things.
Release.
Yeah.
So it's the new set.
Yeah, it's the newest set. I forgot what it was called. But it's got the EVs on there, but it's supposed to be
the Evolutions.
Evolutions is all part of the 151 series of products. I forgot what it was called. Let me see. Blooming Waters. There you go. Blooming Waters. That yeah. that well,
Which
it's
is so
supposed.
dumb
Hmm.
that Costco, because this is where the video was taking place.
Yeah,
It's
Costco.
at
Yes.
a Costco.
Hmm.
They limited 10 per person. I'm like, no, that's still too fucking
That's too
much. Should
much.
be two, two,
Yeah,
two.
two, man.
Because do you know why these people are doing the 10 purchase? Because these are scalpers. But
Yes.
Costco's just seeing money.
Yeah, they don't care. They see money, money. But
Me money.
yeah, see, this is weird because I thought they've already like kind of resolved the issue back in 2020s, but I guess what happened? Like, they just are they just buying more cards at once or something? Like more packs at once?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I believe the Pokemon Company issued a statement about this, and
Yes, they
they've
did.
like
About
looked into it
yeah,
or tried to restructure of how they
distribute the
going
cards. Yeah.
forward and distribute. It's like fuck. It's like there is no way in hell to stop madness like this.
No. I don't know. It's just it's 2025 and it's I thought yeah, again, like, why is it still hard to fucking buy Pokemon cards? Is it I think okay, it could be just this particular collection because it's just the Blooming Waters premium collection that's being the subject
Yep.
of this I guess brawl. And it's not even just yeah, it's not just this particular Costco, but like I guess there's multiple places
Yeah,
maybe mostly
across.
Costco's, but like multiple places are getting these sort of instances. And yes, it's largely due to the scalpers and such.
Helpers, yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, like, because I think in a few months, for Magic the Gathering, it's the Final Fantasy collaboration.
Oh,
So
jeez.
I'm really fucking like, yes, I want a box so I can try and test my luck, but I think I'm gonna wait till the scalpers get their fucking
Get out of
like
their system.
get out of the system, and then I'll swoop in to
Hmm.
just buy a box.
Yeah.
Because from that series, I'm only technically only looking for like just two cards in there,
Hmm.
which is the Kefka and the FF10 one, where um Titus and Yuna are doing their iconic scene of
Yeah.
kissing.
Oh, in the water. Yeah. Underwater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the only two that I'm truly after.
Yeah.
I have no desire for the Final Fantasy VII one because it's like okay,
Hmm.
it's Cloud, it's Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if it was with the other crew like Tifa, Nanaki, Kate Sith, like that, then I'll be like, ooh, let me test my luck on pulling.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I'm still surprised that this is still a thing, but uh this does make me feel. Oh my god, I don't even want to. Ugh. They're selling
Does
these.
this make you feel come back to into opening packs again?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm good for now. I already got like a bunch of cards I really wanted anyway, so I'm pretty set
So
until.
it's until there is a set that you want to just throw your hat in to see what
Yeah,
is your luck.
yeah, yeah. And I guess it's yeah, it's just the 151 stuff and not so much like everything else, but yes, there's also another collection box or something. I think it's a late trainer box, and it does have the EVs on there. I think that's also been scalped and all that shit.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Because my friend, she tried her hardest, like like she actually like stayed up
yeah,
for on the site that she was trying to pre-order. It had the countdown, so she stayed up
shit.
to try get a chance in, and immediately sold out, and she was pissed.
Oh man, that's like
But that's the thing with online stuff. You can't stop the scalpers
no,
because they have bots up the ass to just.
yeah, yeah. You know, it's just yeah. Scalpers was one thing, but the company still makes money at the end of the day. So it's like I don't know. They're not gonna beyond putting out a statement. Not gonna do much. It seems like to combat the actual scalpers themselves. You know, maybe like just printing out more isn't you know the solution, right? You gotta actually like put out a system that actually requires some brain power and make sure that they can verify as well humans, right? You know, you can't just have bots get through all the stuff or get through the system. However, right? However those bots will get through it. Yeah, it does require some time and brain power, which is why they're not gonna do that because time is money, and they're still making money despite the situation at hand. That's really what it really boils down to. Unfortunate. And so the brawls and the mayhem, the physical contact will ensue for that much longer. Like Jesus, man. Imagine trying to scalp and like just face some possible jail time because of stuff like this. Man. Same things happen with the Disney stuff. Same especially with in Japan. Like a lot of people just buy up the plushies and like the merchandise and bump up the prices on the what do you call it, the Yahoo auction sites and like just etc etc. That is a human issue, and that's definitely not gonna go away anytime soon, like you were saying. So, on that note, that is it for the Hypecast.
Be
Pokemon,
safe out there
yeah,
if you're getting Pokemon cards. Be safe
yeah.
out
Good
there. Or
luck.
any type of
I
cards.
wish you luck, because I've experienced a little bit of everything when it comes to buying Pokemon cards, and it's not fun. At the
I
end of the day,
kind of want
yeah.
to say, like, here in Hawaii, when it comes to like release days for like new Pokemon series pack, we're civil. We wait our turn. Depending on which card shop establishment you go, they will have an actual section
Mm-hmm.
that you can go to open up your stuff, and then because the one I went to, I bought my pack or my box, opened it, and I guess they had like a coordinator to go, coming to each table, going like, "Do you have a pile that you want to donate? For like like just scrap and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, like the bulk.
or
Yeah, you can turn in your bulk
or do
for
you
some
have
money. Yeah.
cards set aside that you are willing to trade with like your fellow card people that's here, or do you have another pile for cards that you want to sell?"
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, I already had a pile of cards that I want to sell, and they did put into like consideration. But I went the extra mile, everyone. I had gloves on when I was opening my pack, so I didn't, physically touch it. So
You definitely want
I
to be
was,
careful when you have gloves on, because depending on what glove you wear, that actually does worse to the cards.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like touching like face like this. I was actually like this,
The
like
other
at the
edge, yeah.
corner.
Well,
Yeah,
oh
so
yeah,
I was
that
like,
well yeah. Sometimes those gloves. Well, I don't know. Like, well, what kind of gloves are you wearing?
it was um it was like a soft material. It didn't feel coarse. Like it was
Okay.
like really soft. but I was actually like just holding like this. So
Yeah.
when I picked it up, I
'Cause
gave it to the
depending-
coordinator like
yeah.
that. And
If you're wearing like latex gloves, then I guess you're fine. I mean, don't take my word. Don't take my word for it. But if it's like one of those like more like a fibrous glove, then you can actually get caught on it, and then that could lead to damaging the card. So that's why 9 times out of 10, nobody, even the people who grade the cards, right?
yeah,
They don't wear gloves. That's why. Because yeah, fingerprints, but if you
fingerprints and oil.
oil, but if you scratch the card with your glove, then yeah, that's permanent damage, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, that's how I was holding it. So I gave it to the
Yeah.
coordinator, and he was like examining it. It's like, okay, let's see what the current price is. So he knocked off like $1 or $2 on each card that I was getting. But
Mhm.
let's just say from the box that I bought, it was like a 150. I got back $60. So
Oh wow. That's
I made
like
half my money back.
yeah, you almost made half your money back. So that's not
I made half my
horrible.
money, and then there were like some cards that another the people that was there that I pulled that they wanted.
They
in their
wanted,
deck,
yeah.
so they
You like
either traded me
traded, yeah.
or they offered me money, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And that's how you build friendships with cards. Like if you do openings or
Yeah.
openings,
I think for the most part, the big majority of these like groups are friendly. They know what they're doing. They know what they're thinking. They got their fucking their thoughts straight. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, they know, and they also know the value of like the card that you pulled.
Yeah. And like just like they know what it's like to like get these
Start off,
packs or get these boxes or get these things. So they're not gonna like hog it away from you or anything for the most part. But these scalpers, right? They're just there for the money. They're not there for the fucking passion.
They
No,
don't. They give two shits.
oh, they are.
what- what's
They
in
probably
those.
don't even know what they're buying, right? That's like half. That's probably like half the scalpers, if not more, right?
Yeah.
They don't even know what they're doing, or they don't even know what they're dealing with, really, at half the time, or whatever, man. They just see dollar signs, and sometimes they go to jail for it. All for what? A couple $100 per product, and like, not to mention, right? What if they bought too much of it, and then the next set comes out, so they're gonna have their eyes on that one. So we're gonna do with the previous shit. It's like, well, you gotta sell out at a loss. So the time you spent trying to fight someone for it, or like go through the line, like, oh shit, all the stress and shit, ain't worth it, man. Ain't worth it. Unless like you're one of the lucky few who makes a consistent like profit off of it, then okay. But like, I'm sure that comes with like a bunch of caveats. All right, so that's it from us. Thank you very much for today's Hypecast. We appreciate it. And next week, I believe we'll be taking a break, because that would be the 25th. So we'll be taking a break, and after that, we'll be coming back, hopefully, to talk about some things. So, but yeah, just a heads up, we will be taking a break for a week. So with that, on that note, thank you very much, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye.